Yo, what up? 12 Hub Podcast, episode number 12. No, this is 13 or 12. I don't know, whatever.
12 on
We
12.
got we got a new co-host. Sean's still here. Don't he's on a I guess a 1 month vacation right now.
Ooh, must be
Man,
nice.
oh my man, he went from I think he went from Miami to Ocean City, Maryland,
Okay, he
back
up
to
there.
Miami,
And he back down there.
and then off to the Bahamas, and then a cruise
Mm,
in the Caribbean, I think. And then Hawaii,
mm.
I think. He might join at some time, hop in here, maybe. Who knows?
He better be enjoying himself.
Oh, he
Don't worry
better
about
be.
us. We'll be all right.
Yeah. And I got, wait, what do you like? You like Kari, Dakari? What do you like? This
Definitely
Kari's cool?
Kari. Yeah.
Kari?
The car is for the government when they come arrest me.
They come and arrest you? Oh, they will. They're going to deport you. You'll be in Venezuela soon enough. If you say the
Yeah.
wrong things, you will.
If they start looking at that passport, I don't
Oh,
know.
dog, man. I'm about to
That green
hide.
card.
Every post I have on here criticizing Israel, I'm about to make private.
Ooh.
So I don't get no. I
I'm
tried
about to
to
say
yeah,
NSA, I don't know this man. The
say or
IDF.
the ice. I don't even know. I luckily I got all of those identifications done. I have the real ID. I got my passport renewed recently. I just ordered a new birth certificate recently, so all my
Mm.
shit's current.
So
Social
you ready
security
for
card, brand new.
said they're not
Uh,
gonna pack you up.
I mean, motherfuckers just disappearing off the streets, and then next thing you find out, they in Venezuela, and they talking about we can't bring them back. So I don't know, man. Due
That's
process out
crazy
the window.
because being from the DMV, everybody's talking about the Maryland guy
Yeah, yeah,
that's over there. So I
yeah.
mean, it'll be certain areas in the city in DC where you'll see ICE on horseback riding around. People are tight
And
butthole.
they be wearing like regular ass clothes and shit.
Mm.
COVID mask. You don't even know. So it is what it is. But oh yeah, so Kari, yeah, you've been here before, back in the day
Yep,
when we
yep.
used to do the sneaker podcast. Shout out to the old squad, Glenn and what's his name? Eddie and
John.
John. Yes, yeah, yeah. And who was the other dude? There's another
There was
one.
another person.
Oh, that guy from Europe. Actually, he was one of those. This guy from like Denmark or some Dutch kid. I don't know. He kind of fell off of buying shoes and stuff. He got me. He's the one that got me all curious about like how fake shoes are made and all that other shit.
Oh,
So
okay.
I forgot his name, but shout out to that
Cus-
guy.
Customs folding them up, man.
Nah, yeah. He was an immigrant, I think, too. Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway, now Kari he can be in Lauren's place. So if you miss Lauren, you could call him Lauren if you want,
let's
and
not do
it's
that.
all good.
We don't. Yeah, no DEI inclusion over
No,
here. It's
yeah,
he
yeah.
him. Big
He
he him
him.
over
It's a he him right
here.
now. All right, the pronoun. I don't have no pronouns. You can call me whatever you want. Anyway, tell the people about yourself real quick, like for the few people that we have listening currently.
Okay, few people. My name's Kari from Washington D.C. Originally met H through our shared obsession slash interest slash need to be studied love of sneakers.
Oh yeah.
From there we created a bond. We started talking content. I have a passion for podcasting, for telecommunications, for fashion. So I try to blend all of those interests together and do it with a little bit of comedy and humor. So at the end of your day, the beginning of your day, the middle of your day, you sit back, relax, and just be a part of the conversation.
Word, yeah, and you definitely will be a part of the conversation. Because now we've had some interesting conversations on text and through our little sneaker chats and all that stuff. But we're gonna keep all that content going now too. I decided to bring it back. So if you are an original fan of this, or the people who haven't unsubscribed, because when we started doing this, I lost like 300 subscribers. So when we
Lost?
changed over he lost, yeah, like literally the first 3 episodes, people just started unsubscribing like crazy. So yeah, because I was gone for about a year almost.
Yeah,
Remember when yeah, the
the
algorithm.
algorithm stops being kind to you after a while. You got to be constant.
Yeah, and I didn't do like any announcement saying I was changing the format of the channel or anything. So people got caught off by surprise, but we did gain a bunch of new subs because of the different types of content now. So I'm happy about that. But we're keeping it going. Part of the main reason you're involved now, so we want to try to get that. But we've been talking about this for a while. So yeah, finally, get
Long
on the
overdue.
platforms, do it. Let's do it. This shit will be up before the end of the week. And
Woo.
yeah, let's just jump right into it, bro. I don't even know what it's. Actually, let's start with the Shannon Sharpe shit. So it's crazy, right? You said $25,000 a cheek.
$25K a cheek, $50K for the whole ass.
I seen the girl, right? OnlyFans model. I didn't go on look for her content or anything like that, but apparently he's been smashing her off since 2021 or 22.
It's been some years.
No, 23. Sorry, 23. So she's about 22 years old now. They got a lot of, from what I'm seeing, she recorded a bunch of stuff.
Their sessions, a bunch of their acts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a bunch of the stuff. Yeah. They've been smashing for a minute. They already had low-key threatened Shannon Sharpe, right? With a lawsuit, and they wanted to do a settlement, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You tell me. I don't know. I haven't followed. You seem to know more. I know I know the gist of it, but I'm trying to.
So from what I saw, it's alleged that Shannon Sharpe forced himself onto her. Anal sex seems to be what the accusation was, and it was getting pressed on him with that. So in response, Shannon and his legal team released his text messages showing that it's been an ongoing consensual relationship between the two of them. Word. She would ask for a certain amount of money. That's where the $25K a cheek thing came from. We don't know how much the asshole itself costs, but we know how much the cheeks cost. And it got muddy. There's two sides to the story. Some people are saying because Shannon got this new contract, she was extorting him for money. She's saying since they had a continued sexual relationship, Shannon was used to yes, and one time she said no. And as people know, a million yeses and one no is still a no as far as consent goes with sex. That's the two conflicting sides. So that's where we are. But Shannon, when he revealed those text messages, it's showing that, she was trying to get bred by him and have his interracial baby, and she wanted Black Dong and Lakers in 5 and all of this nonsense.
Lakers in 5, yeah.
And it's not the first time Shannon Sharpe has been involved in some sexual stuff. He's a grown man. They're adults. They're adults.
I mean, you know that marketing campaign they did for the Rose Sparks, where he pretended to be on the Instagram Live. So you're a freak, yo. He likes it.
Yeah, he
don't mind talking about fucking. So it's all right. But the thing is, I think they're trying to extort. Plus, the lawyer that she got is a total scam artist, right? That Tony Busby guy. And they're the one. He's the guy who tried to sue Jay-Z and Diddy. Made up that whole story about them raping a 13-year-old.
So his track record is not good.
Oh God, no. Yeah, I mean it's the worst. But and also, timing. The timing's he's renegotiating his contract. Probably be about $100 million. He's doing real good things at ESPN. The crazy part is, you're right. Yeah, the man. He's a man. He can do what he wants. He's probably been doing that to years to multiple women. But it changes. It changes when the complexion of the woman is.
Yeah, because she's
fairer.
What is she, Latina?
She white. No, she's just a white girl. I mean,
either way. I thought she was ethnic. Okay, so she's YT.
She looked white. From what I've seen. But and it's weird. I always think about these celebs and what they do and how they get things done. A lot of these dudes, even I know this for a fact. A lot of these rappers, at least the ones that I follow, like Drake and them, they make girls sign NDAs. They take their cell phones away. Regardless, right?
I know YouTubers with far less to lose, less net worth, that do that to people when they meet them on OnlyFans or those sugaring websites. Yo, when you come to the spot, I need the phone. I need you to sign this NDA. All of that stuff.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's crazy about it. Look, there's a reason they call him Unc. You know what I'm saying? He's an old guy. He don't understand. He's been around, but he also been around. Yeah, back in the 80s and 90s. Girls be jumping off. You wasn't thinking they can't record you on that Nokia phone.
Right.
They can't record. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It wasn't the same.
You know what I mean?
It wasn't the same risks.
So they didn't sign no NDAs. You could literally it would have to be your word against theirs. There have to be some kind of witness or a tape or some kind of a rape kit or all that other shit. So him doing, he obviously needs to be more careful. And No, I'll never judge him. Like the man for being a freak. He could do whatever he wants. Stick it in her bud, put it in her ear, whatever he want. But it's like, uh, you can't. I don't know, man. Just you could do better. That's the thing, yo. He could. Why OnlyFans chick? I
I
mean, you
mean,
could
that's
go.
what happened. But I think that's what happens when a person is used to getting whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they want to tame some strange. They want to venture out into some other stuff and, test the waters because they can. You know what I'm saying? It's like how when people go to restaurants and they eat stuff that costs hundreds of dollars that they know tastes like shit. I just want to try this blowfish, even though it could kill me because I
Yeah.
can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
haven't
Yeah.
seen what Shorty look like. I wanna
Oh,
know if
let's
it's
pull it up.
yeah.
I can
Let's see
tell.
if it's $50,000 worth of ass.
Yeah, he released her name because it's totally to me. Yeah, it's definitely an extortion job. She's
When
white for sure. She can't. She
when
don't look Latina.
when the dude is willing to not only drop the name but show all the text, you know
Oh
he
yeah.
confident. You know he didn't do nothing.
I mean, it's bold of him to actually do that too because
It
that's
sucks that
her.
he had to though. Like damn, like
I know you on a small screen, but that's her, the white
okay,
girl. If I
he
could get her
is
name, she's just a
yeah
whatever,
yeah. She looked like
whatever.
she belonged on OnlyFans. If that makes any sense.
I mean, you'd be surprised what's on OnlyFans. It's crazy. She got a little fatty and all that. So
Okay.
I mean, she making bread. But at the end of the day, yo, like I get like Shannon been through it. He got kids and all that stuff. This girl. I mean, look, you got a little jump off. You're single. Go out and do your thing. I get it. I get it. But I mean, I wouldn't see. This is the thing. You throwing it all out the window for some basic ass.
But
You know
is
what I'm
he
saying?
throwing it out the window? I wouldn't say that. I just think he flew a little too close to the sun. He having fun, and he ended up trusting somebody that shouldn't be trusted.
Let me
You
put
would
it to you this
think
way.
that
Oh, go ahead, go
somebody with
ahead,
an
go ahead.
OnlyFans that's getting all this
Mm-hmm.
money. One, I know Shannon not her only client.
Mm-hmm.
Two, you gotta insinuate or at least assume that somebody of his caliber will keep receipts, will have a legal team behind them. Like he's backed by ESPN, which in turn is backed by Disney. He's one of their top producers. He got his own network. Like, did you had him on
Well,
call? You
Stephen A.
getting?
came out today and kind of said they're backing off of him a little bit right now.
I mean, Disney, well, ESPN by way of Disney got to step back a little bit, just because
Yeah.
it's not necessarily sexual misconduct. Because like it's like I say, it's two consenting adults. And in this country, it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But like,
Well, it's not like that anymore. It's
it's a
always the
family
court of public
friendly
opinion.
company. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
it's like they just had that stuff with Joy Taylor at FS Sports.
She's still
They
there.
just they just had the issue with Jonathan Majors on their Marvel side of things. So Disney
Which is
like,
a
hey,
bunch of bullshit. Yo, that's bullshit, man. That man lost his whole career. Now he's doing like gay bodybuilding movies, and well, at least he got to marry Megan Good. It's a
yeah,
positive.
he got back on the right side of things as far as women's selection.
Yeah, but
But
that's the thing, man. Like, yo,
she
Dr. Umar got something about he's right about them snow bunnies, man. They will
you
fuck
got
your
to be
life up.
careful, man. You
You
got to be
gotta be
careful.
careful. You gotta be careful, yo, because that's his.
But
Whew.
she to me is the dumb one, thinking that he wouldn't have saved the receipts.
Well, that's the thing, though. They're both dumb. Like, number one, yeah, you did a lawyer that you picked. It's just gonna ruin his reputation. She might get some money out of it. Who knows? They might settle for something just to get her away.
I
But
think
that ain't
I
gonna be no
think
50 million.
I think with the reveal of the text messages, unless they deleted some messages, some stuff we're not seeing, Shorty
Mm-hmm.
going to disappear in obscurity, just like the same Shorty with the Jay-Z allegations.
Yeah, that person. Yeah, that person's crazy. But look, all this stuff's gonna happen, and over and over again, and even the regular people. It happens to regular people more than not. Like, and you'd be surprised. But it's gonna come out even more now. Like, imagine, shit could happen to you one day. Let's say you start becoming more high profile and on social media and all that other shit. Some girl from back in the day is like, yo, didn't he try to kiss me by a locker once in high school or whatever? Some bullshit may come out like that, and they'll just fabricate it. You know what I'm saying?
See that won't work because when my OnlyFans hookups, I flush all my condoms, and I use a burner. I use a burner phone. I got two phones.
He said
So
I use a bird. Don't matter, bro.
yeah, they
It all
gonna
tracks back. It all
it's
tracks
what
back.
Drake Nokia. That was about me. Who calling my phone?
Nah,
Nah, I'm
man, it
kidding.
all comes back around, man. Believe me.
That's why you
You'd
gotta
be
give your
surprised.
life up to the Lord and be celibate.
I mean, I'm married, so I'm good, man. I've been married 10 years. Can you believe that shit? I don't even understand how long. We're
Damn.
gonna be 10 years in October, which is wild.
I don't think I've committed to anything for 10 years besides breathing. So that's a huge milestone.
Yeah, man. It's a yeah, 10 years of marriage, man. I never thought. No, I actually thought it would last long,
I'm about to say,
but
don't say that. I never
no,
thought
my
it'd be
wife. We
this long.
talk. No, we talk about it all the time. It's like it's an open conversation. Like, damn, we lasted this long and we're still happy. You know what I mean? I mean, there's ups and downs, but like we're still
That's
happy.
life,
You know,
yeah.
for the most part, we go on like well, that's why we go on vacation. We work together. We have fun. We still have fun. You know, our little dog and all that. You know, kid. We haven't thought about having kids yet. I want to have a kid, but you know, wifey ain't ready for it yet. But I'm like, science is on our side. You know, but I'm still happy, like just living life. That's what I'm thinking. Like the way the world's going, why would you want to bring a kid into this
Yo,
world? It's
bringing a
crazy.
kid into this world is low-key selfish right now.
He said
Like,
bringing a kid is
yo,
low
because you
key
setting that
selfish.
kid, unless
You
you
said, look at
like,
the shit. Yeah.
unless you, even if you got money, like, unless you look a certain way in a
Mm-hmm.
certain community,
Yeah.
living in a
No,
certain country, you might be in trouble.
but the climate of politics, the climate of the economy, all this shit, it's expensive to raise a kid, especially if you want to raise a kid a certain way. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And that's always been our plan. We want our kid to have the most and you know, do better, like our parents did for us, right? Everybody wants to do better than the last generation. But like private school, um, like tutors, all that shit, giving them what they want exactly when they want it is crazy. Daycare, all the shit that, you know, we both work from home, but like you still got to have, you know, sometimes you need daycare, you know what I mean? And all
You
that
still
type
gotta
of
work
stuff.
while you're working from home, so you gotta have your moments where you
Exactly.
focus on work.
Exactly. And all that
Yeah, it's
stuff's
tough,
crazy.
man.
So yeah, living that life, trying to have kids and all that crap. But it makes me, you know, it always makes me think about like how our parents did it and did it multiple times in some cases. You know, you have you got brothers and sisters?
Yeah, so I don't know how they did it.
Uh,
It must have been crack that they was on. The few that, no, I'm kidding. My parents wasn't on crack, y'all, to my knowledge. Now, my dad
they
might have
wasn't on
sold
crack.
it, but he never did it. So,
Mm,
what
Your
statute
dad
of
was out in the
limitations?
streets? Nah, I mean
Man, my
that
dad
shit
was
happened in the
nah.
'80s, probably, right?
Yeah, my dad is actually older. So, like when the crack
Yeah, the
epidemic was
'70s.
going on, he was established at he was an executive at Metro at that point, I think.
Okay, see, and
Yeah,
that's tough because it's like when you talk about black people and generational wealth, we've only started like we're one generation in when it comes to have like with people um being established, having like wealth to pass down, and then you got to think, and it's not even a majority. I think I don't know the statistics. I don't, you know, if this goes online and clipped up. I don't know what the statistic is, but like in general in this country, black people don't have a fraction of what white people, Asian people have as far as wealth,
yeah.
right?
You
And it's
got to
so
think too,
weird.
like
Right?
not too many generations ago, black people were property.
Yeah, no,
You know what I'm saying?
that's the thing. And then you had like the you know, Jim Crow era,
Hmm.
and
Civil
then you
rights movement,
had civil rights, and then you're just talking about maybe into the
crack
1960s
epidemic,
something. The 80s and
AIDS.
90s, yeah, the drug epidemics, all that shit like set us back. And then you have to think about the disparity, the racial disparities, and then you know the need for affirmative action and the school to prison pipeline, redlining when it
Lining,
comes to
yeah.
buying property. There's so much that black people that have to fight and face during just to get established. And then when they do become established, this is what bothers me. And you know, and look, I'm being hypocritical here because you know we move out the hood and then move into a white neighborhood. I legit did that, and it's crazy. Like I don't mind living out here, but at the same time, I look across town. I'm in Dayton, Ohio, whatever. I look across town.
Mm.
It's not, you know, it's the hood over there, but it's weird around in Ohio, like the poor black and white people kind of like are the same in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like you're in DC, right? So poor white
Yeah.
people in DC kind of have it a little better than poor black people, I'd assume.
Look,
A little
just
bit better,
look.
right? Their neighborhoods look a little cleaner, maybe, you know, maybe there's a little, but then you go like the what is it, southeast or whatever, and some parts of Maryland and shit, and it's all fucked up. But and they're living under the poverty line, while other parts of town with more white people in it might be, they still got drugs and all that
It'll
shit, but
be
they're
it'll be a
a little
night
better.
and day difference depending on what quadrant of the city that you in.
There'll be like a Walmart. Let's just put it that way. There'll be like a Walmart in that poor white part of town, while there'll be barely a corner store or a good grocery or any grocery store really in the black part of town.
I'll take certain parts of Southeast, which for those who are not familiar used to be the bad side of town. Like I'm from the South side, from Southeast myself. But to the uninitiated now, it's been gentrified, and that's where the Nats play.
Mm-hmm.
And
I've been there.
When growing up, it was a McDonald's by where the stadium was. There was a 7-Eleven. The 7-Eleven is gone, and the McDonald's has made way for luxury apartment buildings sitting atop of Whole Foods.
It's like, my boy used to live over by the water. There was a luxury apartment there. This is back in
Navy Yard,
14 or 15. And that place was nice, man. Those were really nice apartments. He was living out there. Bro. Yeah, I know. Over there, it's just crazy. You go to the stadium now. It's just it's all like white people. Then you have like the what's that? Not the waterfront. What's it called? The wharf. The wharf.
Area. Oh yeah. Oh man, the wharf. Yeah, that's a radically different area now.
Yep. All of that, man. But it's still like the wealth disparity between all that, and then the fact that we don't, when Sean and I talk about this on the pod a lot, how the community, once we get out of the community, what are we doing to help the community?
And so we don't give back.
Yeah, and I don't know even what giving back looks like. If when I plan to be more established and have wealth at some point. Right now I'm borderline whatever, but how do you balance that out? Like, how does a person do everything, and how do they look towards individuals to do it all? When you gotta, we live in America, everybody's like, oh, you gotta pull yourself up by a bootstrap or whatever. I want to teach a man to fish, right? And that's what I try to do, like with people I work with or whatever. Even like doing this, like I didn't have to, help put people on or do things like that. I could have built my own platform, done it myself, but I always want to try to get people involved, especially people that I fuck with. But then, sometimes they don't come through, or sometimes I don't follow through with my commitments and all that type of stuff, and it's hard. But you gotta keep trying, I guess, right? And then once we all become successful, it's a happy day. but then you got to do it again. You got to do it generationally and figure out how to do it as a community.
Like you mentioned, generational wealth is new to us. It's a skill that has to be learned, and then from there it has to be developed, and from there it has to be taught and passed down.
Yeah, I think I'm the first. My sister and I are the first generation of our family. My mom and dad didn't really pass on anything to us because they kind of when they both retired, they liquidated everything and put it in their own pocket, which is fine. They gave us a little something like money and stuff like that, but it wasn't like, hey, we got this house, you keep it in the family, right? Or we got this and that, keep it in the family. We've got, my sister owns some property. I obviously own a house. She owns a house. We have assets, you know what I mean? So it's starting to grow from there, but like my little nieces, if I don't have a kid, then my nieces get all that from me, right? Life insurance, all that type of stuff. My wife, obviously, she gets a piece of that. So you got to learn. Like, you got to learn. I mean, you like 30, right? 30 now, 31, 32?
32. I just turned 30.
You got some life insurance? Yeah. You got life insurance? Yeah. You invest?
Life insurance. I've got stocks. I've got crypto wallet, 401k.
There you go. See, all that shit. That's the shit that these niggas ain't got. If you start that at, like, I started around your age, and I've built up quite a nice nest egg that I can just say, hey, wife, here, it's for you, or whoever, like, kids, whatever. And I don't have to touch. I'm going to keep working and building on that. But a lot of people don't do that until it's too late. Mm-hmm. And they say, you see these rappers and shit, man. That's not, one thing working in this business, or music industry and all that other shit, these rappers ain't got no money. I ain't talking about anybody specific. I ain't gonna try to hurt my business, but they rely on the marketing budget. They rely on the quick money from the shows and all that type of shit. They ain't got it like that, bro. All that shit is, it's crazy, man. How many times I've had, I've come out of pocket to help an artist get something that they need, because it's coming out of that budget that they owe whoever.
They was talking about I know Casanata's on top of the world, and on one of his streams, they were looking at pictures of him before he blew up. But even back then, he had on a bunch of jewelry and he had on luxury clothes and designer sneakers. And they were like, man, how was you getting it back then before you blew up? And he was like, man, this is DH game, man.
He said it's fake.
Yeah, he
Yep.
said this was fake,
Fake it
brother.
till you make it. Yeah. And people, I mean, you have to live a certain lifestyle, like portray a certain image on your come up, I guess, especially if you black, because it seems like it's the only thing these people respect,
measure
these kids.
they measure success by, the wealth that they can see.
Yeah.
Material goods.
Yeah, and then you got like well, yeah, of course, it goes along with the whole bro philosophy now, like those red pill motherfuckers, like the Andrew Tates and stuff. All they got nice cars and they slap around women and talk all this crazy shit, which I don't even understand. That's a whole other topic. I'd love to talk about that more because I see those things, man. I don't know if you follow Andrew Tate and look at what he makes as far as content, what he tells people.
That jail dodging alpha male.
Yeah, like all of these dudes, man. They're like, oh, invest in stock, buy a house. Like, what kills me? Getting on like Instagram and seeing some douchebag telling me, yo, this is how you build wealth. Go look up some properties that are being auctioned off. Buy them. Put down $50,000 and then flip it and buy another one. Like, where the fuck am I going to get $50,000 from to do this?
Yeah, where's the seed money
coming from? It just magically pops up in your bank account, and then motherfuckers think it's that simple just to buy a property, flip it, buy it again, do it again, and do it again. And all of a sudden, you're a multimillionaire. It doesn't work that way, yo.
And they mislead people because they wearing their little muscle shirts. They got a beautiful woman. They driving an expensive car, and the first thing they say is, "I did it, and I used to be a loser like you." And they're like shit. You. Damn, so Andrew Tate used to be a loser too, and not knowing that, like, for example, the biggest lie that people believe about Elon Musk is that he was like some South African immigrant who started from the bottom. He started PayPal, he started Tesla. He invested wisely. His dad is rich. Like, he migrated to Canada first before coming to America. Like, do not believe that hype that he was. That infamous picture of him in his room repairing a car. See, he was getting it from the mud as a young engineer. Stop.
Nah, man, he don't do nothing. One thing I'll give him props for, I do respect his ingenuity and understanding of like how to run a company, like the way he runs his company. I don't like it, but it works. Like, for the most part, the way he got that, like, they're mass producing these electric cars efficiently. I don't know how they're doing it. He did it and makes it work. I used to make it work. Now it's like falling to shit because of stupid ideas. But whether it's all smoke and mirrors too, because it's like there's so much. You know why Tesla's worth so much is because there's so many ideas and things in development that make it bigger than just cars. So it's like the energy company, the solar panels, the SpaceX, the boring company, all that shit that he owns.
Yeah, Neuralink.
Neuralink, yeah, all that.
He has the majority of the satellites in orbit right now. Belong to him.
Yeah, that's wild, right? Imagine like he controls a lot of our.
This man basically is like majority shareholder of the internet.
Yeah, but you got to think about something, like one person, and I heard that they're about to do like they're working on a government contract where he's going to have like the ability, or they're going to give it to him, and they're going to have some kind of thing where they control some kind of satellite linking between, like, for spying on people and all this other shit, and they're going to do it. The U.S. government is not going to own it. They're going to like lease it from him. Like, they're going to keep paying a monthly fee for him to do this service for them, and then, like, if the government stops paying for it, he owns it, which is crazy. You're like, now you have all our secret, which is like ridiculous. I don't even, I don't know all the details, but it's a crazy idea to give that to the richest person in the fucking universe. Right?
Who's not even a U.S. citizen, not a natural born U.S. citizen, I should say.
Yeah,
he has more power than the president, and by law, he technically can't even run for president. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
But hey. World keeps spinning.
Yep. It's wild, man. I don't know. So we have, speaking of world being wild, our buddy Kanye. We love his sneakers.
Loved.
loved. Oh, we gotta talk about that in a second. Then, he used to suck off his cousin. He sucked his cousin's penis,
Is
and
that the
then
same cousin that stole his laptop?
I might assume so. Yes.
That
Yeah.
cousin is more famous than Kanye at this point.
Yeah. He's in jail. Murdered somebody. Murdered a pregnant woman.
Murdered it, bro.
I
Jesus.
would now like. Is Kanye the reason why that guy's life is fucked up? Because I don't know the story. So is it the kid like? So Kanye said on the song that he introduced him to pornography, right? His little cousin at 6 years old, and I think Kanye was about 8. That's what I'm hearing. So they used to look at the dirty magazines together, and then he used to suck them off until he was 14. Now I don't know, like where. Okay, there's obviously I don't know if this will ever come out, but where does it? What compels you as a child or I mean, he got to be gay, right? Or maybe he's not. Maybe they don't know what they're doing. You know what I'm
It
saying? And plus the
might
fact that
be
he
a
likes.
curiosity is peaked type of thing. They're mimicking
I
what they
never
see
had
on
that
TV.
curiosity, man.
Well,
Like I don't know.
neither have I. You know, me and my cousins was pretending to be Power Rangers at that age, so no dicks
Yeah.
was involved. But like,
Nah, but
I
like I remember like the first time I looked at a dirty magazine, right? And it wasn't, and maybe because I got onto this later in life. I was maybe 11, 12, right? Now, mind you, I don't know what kind of household Kanye grew up in, but he said his mother had the Playboy. No, his dad had Playboy magazines. His mother had more graphic magazines. That's what he said in the tweet or the song or whatever. So, and it took me a while because I've been reaching. I follow Kanye. I love, I respect the man, everything from the fashion to the music, and his views on shit. I really don't care about. Whatever, do you? But but this whole thing fascinates me because it's like, who initiated the sucking? Was it him or the other boy?
was it
Like,
reciprocal? Did he get a little sucky
that's
sucky
another
too?
thing. Yeah, like, and it
Or
like,
was he
so
just,
you,
or he just a munch? He doing all the
yeah,
work.
and like, pause, but
That's wow.
did he do it till the kid bust or like wait
Did he?
what you know what I'm saying?
No,
You gotta
because
think,
yeah, at that age, do you
you
know
don't
what?
know
I
what you're
guess since
doing. Yeah.
since they watching the movie, I guess they know completion is supposed. Because I will admit,
Well, look, he said he
I
did
did
it
like
till he was 14, bro.
yeah. So I did sexual stuff before I even watched my first porno. Like, and it wasn't hardcore. Like, rubbed on a girl's nether regions, kissed her and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
I
like
done it. Yeah,
the concept of ejaculation really didn't hit me until I saw porn. Because you get horny as a kid, you kind of like dry hump stuff at a party with a girl or something. But you kind of go like, so what's the end result?
yeah.
Because I'm still bricked up. So
Yeah,
I
but you
guess since
don't
they
know. You
watched
don't
it,
know
yeah, you don't
until
know
it
like
actually
how long I'm
happens.
supposed to do
Yeah.
this.
So
Wow, that's crazy to
yeah,
think about.
and
Yeah,
then
I
when you
didn't really think about it.
discover how to do that stuff, shit. It just becomes part of your normal routine, right? And I remember shit like when I figured out how hand what all that shit. It My God, it was like a blessing. Like I learned how to it's just one of those things. Like damn, but when you're that young and then you're doing that, and it's just a wild thing to do because you don't like if Kanye understood what he was doing, he definitely molested his cousin. One
And
and
Kanye
two.
West had buck teeth as a kid. Did
Oh
he know
God,
like
here
to
we
tuck
go.
the
There
lips?
you go.
Did he know to tuck the
I don't
lips?
even want to think about it, bro. That's crazy. I'm not even going there. I ain't trying to. And I can see why certain things are the way they are, but it's so hard to like conceptualize like the way he put it out there. It's just wild. You know what I'm saying? I can see like brother needs to get some help. That's all we need to do is figure out
I
how to
know
get
his
this man some
cousin
help.
must have been devastated when
Yeah.
he was in that accident and that jaw got wired. He was like, dang, I ain't gonna get that no more.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's insane. Yeah, because I was scrolling on socials. I had a pretty busy day, and I saw somebody Photoshop an image of "I Heart My Cousin" on the Kanye shirt, and I was just like, I don't get
Yeah.
that reference.
Hey, trolling.
But now I see. Wow, yay!
Yeah.
I don't know what's worse, wearing a swastika or getting 14-year-old
I don't
sex stories out of yay. I don't know
Yeah.
what's crazier.
But it's hard. Like all the crazy stuff he's been saying, it's like okay, it's just part of the norm for Kanye right now, or Ye, whoever his name is. I'm glad he's back with his wife. Looks like they mended the fence. They out there in the streets.
Yeah,
I
because
hope
they get divorced and call it off. This is like the second or third time doing it.
it'll be a second wife. Yeah.
Man, she got now. I know that's somebody you wouldn't mind getting sucked off by,
Yeah.
unless you're your cousin. Then after that, now we got some weird stuff to talk about. But
Mm-hmm.
shout out, Ye! Unless
Shout out,
it's
yeah.
unless he's still being anti-Semitic and hating on Virgil, then
How
not
you
shout
feel?
out
You
Ye.
feeling any like? I kind of like that World War III song. I don't know if you heard
I
it.
I'm not gonna lie, and it's not because I woke up and went anti-Ye. It's just when all the stuff was going on, I kind of just tuned out. Cause
Mm-hmm.
one, I don't ever believe his crash outs. Like, I don't know if it's coming from a place of publicity or cry for help, if it's I've been hacked. So I kind of just he reminds me of like a child having a temper tantrum. You just kind of let them do what they. It reminds me when it's not your child having a temper tantrum. Because it's like if it's your child, you'd adjust, you'll correct the behavior. But when it's somebody else's child and Ross, kicking over the toys or knocking over the discount, sneakers, you kind of just go, whatever. Not my kid, not my problem. You notice it, but you don't get too invested in it. So
Yeah.
as long as he shipped me my $20 slides, I really didn't care. So when he dropped
Oh
World War
shit!
Three, I didn't hear it.
That was supposed to come in today. My boots. I got the boots.
Oh man, I got to
I
see
bought it.
those. When they come in,
Yeah,
we got to
They
talk
might
about
be.
them on the show.
They yeah, maybe next week. But they should have
Yeah, I
came
want to see
today. I
them.
didn't even think about it. They might be in my mailbox right now. We'll talk about it in the sneaker
Uh-oh.
joint next week. I didn't. I ordered a bunch of. I ordered like $400 worth of the merch, like from the 2 drops. That shit hasn't shipped yet, but the boots that he dropped last, right before the swastika shirt, did ship.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people on Reddit getting the apparel. It looks solid for $20 a piece.
Nah, man, that's it. Did you buy any of the old drops? Like
Every
the
time
vultures?
every time he drops something, I pretty much bought the whole collection. Cause not even because of I'm a Kanye stan. It was
Mm-hmm.
$20. So
Yeah.
like,
Well, the black dog. I wear the black dogs hoodie and sweatpants a lot. I wear it all the
yeah,
time.
I even got my
That's
dad
the
a set. He wears it all the time too.
yeah. That's the I forgot what you know what that it's the one I forgot
With
you
that
know what I'm
weird
talking about.
lettering. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it says black dogs in German or some shit like that's the only one I've worn. The other stuff, the vultures merch, that's the first things that came out. None of
It
that shit.
sucks.
Yeah, it does. It looks so awkward and it looks like shit. Actually, all the
Yeah,
vultures. I just have it hanging up there, and that's been sitting on my floor for months.
the
I
first
do.
pants suck. They didn't even have pockets.
The dry fit shirts are nice. I have
The
a
newer
couple of
ones, yeah.
those. No,
But yeah, they
well, I don't
were.
know. I didn't I have the older ones too. They're hanging. I gotta go check that out. But yeah, I have all that. I'm still waiting on like $400 worth of shit, and then and the new slides, and then um with the SL1 slides, like whatever they're called, and then the boot
Yeah.
that shipped.
Everyone's getting the slides in there.
I haven't gotten. I just want that merch because I'm about to get a charge back on them motherfuckers if they don't show up
A
before
lot
June.
a lot of people have been getting chargebacks, and since Kanye West team sucks at updating them with shipping info,
Mm-hmm.
they've charged back, but they still been getting the stuff.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so hey man,
Yeah,
eat
get a
the rich.
freebie.
Yeah, get a freebie. Y'all waited
I'm
long
sure.
enough
I'm
for
sure
it.
you're still cashing checks from Adidas. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, yeah. But you were saying. Oh, so you were saying about Yeezy, the brand. You don't fuck with Yeezy 350s and
I'm
500s and
I'm gonna be on a
700s.
record and say I've always hated 350s. I own one pair of 350s, and it was a gift.
I own too many pairs of 350s and I hate them
Hate
all.
three, hate
I, I,
350s.
I, they're not that comfortable on my feet. Even if I go up a half a size, they look weird on my feet. I never thought that they were that great, but I always bought them because, hype beast. And then the ones I wear, I don't wear no more. I have like 50 pairs just sitting there. The slides down, and those Nike things are kind of taking
Those
over.
those were Those was a moment Yeezy slides. I'm not gonna act like I still don't wear
still rock my
Yeezy
slides. I have my
shoes.
slides right here. I still wear them.
I
They're
still
comfortable.
wear the 700 wave runners.
I had my wave. I wore them the other day. They're nice.
The V2 statics. I love the 500s. I got a couple pair of 500s.
I love the fives. The highs, yo. The
I know. Here you go. Oh, boy, you love
highs,
some 500 highs.
I got them all. I got them all. Those wintertime, man. Those are clutch, and they're cozy. They're warm. They're beautiful shoes, man. Anybody, like I have every 500 high. Those are the ones I'm not gonna get rid of. I even know those crazy ones. Those fucking.
The orange and flame joints.
No. I'm talking about the run. The run.
The knit runner.
Knit runner boot. Yeah, I got those when they restocked them. Yeah, they going for some paper.
Oh, the knit runner boot with the raw edge. Okay, yeah, I thought you meant just the regular knit runner.
The knit runner, I got those too. They're so uncomfortable. I don't even know how you could walk in those. I did a video on them back in the day, like 2 years.
I used to be real big in the quantums. I just loved the design of them. They was cool to me. I still got like 2 pairs.
The basketball shoe?
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish I didn't. Man, when they re-upped on the original one the first time, I went in on those, man. I bought like 3 pairs, man. Now they're going for like $50.
Yeah, they on Chewbacca for like $50. I might have to go back and get those blue joints. I always wanted them.
I got the blue and orange joints. That came out. I got them on sale when they did the big Yeezy sales.
Those teal ones.
I forgot what they're called.
Yeah.
They're still in the box over there. And and all those like I got all of them, and it's such a waste of fucking money. They don't sell for shit, which is fine. You know, I'll keep them.
If you were a legitimate Yeezy enthusiast, now would be a great time because you can get them for like $40-$50. Them and the Adidas Fear of God athletics line is super cheap.
Oh, that's cheap too.
I got a pair of the LA runners. I like the design initially. Everyone say Jerry washed up. You can have that opinion. That's fine. But his designs are solid. The price points was not. So when I checked these websites that had these deep discounts, like they were selling his shoes for like $80, $70, $59.99 for the quality of the product, the packaging, the presentation. Easy $50 spent. Easy.
I don't know. I ain't gonna spend that money on that Jerry Lorenzo. I think he's kind of a fraud. That's another discussion. You say we gotta say. Wait, let's save this for next week because
right.
I don't. Yeah, I'm like again. I don't even know. Oh yeah, we got it, guys. I was just curious to why you don't fuck with Yeezy no more. But I
will say just like I'm not one of the people that's gonna tell people not to fuck with Kanye no more. I know I personally just tuned out from all the noise. The only reason I'm not super anti-Kanye is because I don't believe any of this stuff is genuine. I think it's all performative. And the only Kanye West performative actions I care about are music and product. And so until he's making some of that stuff without swastikas on it, I just checked out. But I'm not also going to be one of them people that, throwing all my 700s in the trash and burning my vinyls of old Kanye music. Nah, that shit ain't happening.
I still fuck with the music. For the most, I mean, this is a bunch of gems on like the last 3 releases that people really missed if they weren't paying attention.
I like Vultures 1. I didn't really like Vultures 2 that much, but Vultures 1 was solid.
Vultures 2 got a record on there. I think it's called 530.
Oh man, yeah, I like that one though. I will say I like that one.
That joint, they did a video for it. And I didn't really catch it on the first listen. Then he put out a video for it. It was like a claymation video, and I watched the video, and it really changed my opinion. It's like with the Drake record, the Nokia. Like I heard Nokia the first time, I was like, this is kind of like it's a vibe. It's cool. And it didn't really impact me until I saw the video, and then I was like, it's my song right now. I like it. I can't get it out of my head.
Nokia definitely belonged in the cell phone era because back when people was buying ringtones, because I can already see how many people would have who calling my phone as they ringtone. I already know that would.
They're gonna bring it back. I'm pretty sure they're gonna put fake people. Well, you can still, you can make a ringtone on your phone.
You can make it in your iPhone settings. A lot of people don't realize that, and I think that's why ringtones fell off as far as a commercial thing. Because once they realized, why would I buy one when I can make one? That's when everybody was like, oh. Fuck
and then people got lazy and then just didn't care anymore.
Now everybody got the same default ringers. It's so like four different ringers amongst everyone on the planet.
Isn't that so wild? How like the cell phone carrier, like when the ringtone era kind of ended, they said, because I had a phone where I think not my iPhone. Was it my iPhone? I think on the first iPhone or the second iPhone, you can make your own ringtones. Like you just like
Yeah,
from your
it was
iTunes,
like I had an
right?
iPhone. I think my first iPhone was a 4 or
Yeah,
4G or 4GS. So yeah, you could do it like pretty
the
early on.
3G. Yeah, and I had the 3G. Yeah, you can make the rings, and I did it for a while. I used to put like I remember I had Kanye's whatchamacallit, Devil in a Blue Dress or whatever with Rick
Ooh, that's a
Ross. Yeah,
classic.
that
Yeah,
part where he's like Satan, Satan, Satan. I made that my
Satan,
ringtone.
Satan,
Yeah,
Satan.
so I was like, that's cool. But isn't it funny how people, when they give it to you for free, all of a sudden
You
nobody
don't,
wants
now
it
we
no
don't want
more?
it. Yeah,
It's
this is
like
wild.
I have to like whatever before I go. I love spending $5 to hear Soldier Boy on my phone. Like
Soldier
seriously?
Boy, king of the ringtones. Let's not forget,
My
y'all. Put
God,
some
bro,
respect on the guy's
that
name.
nigga made so much money off of ringtones. But like, what were we talking about? We were talking about
Oh,
what?
we were talking about
Ringtones. Oh, the music,
cut.
like Kanye's
Yeah,
music and shit. Yeah, like I respect the music. I respect the art. You know, he's a little bit odd. I think he just needs help, man. And I hope you think the world will ever forgive that what he's been up to, and can he maintain this? I don't know where he's getting money from,
somewhere.
but it's gonna run out sooner than later because he doesn't understand shit like how this
If
works, right?
if politically adjacent figures can do a Nazi salute in the rotunda, I think anybody can come back from anything.
I mean, yeah, there's a point where you become like independently wealthy, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
Speaking of music, I mean, this is something that maybe it's not really played out because people still talking about it. I haven't spoken to you in a while. We don't really talk music, but like the Kendrick Lamar's on tour, right?
I'll
Are you
be
Drake or
yeah.
Kendrick? What do you?
Um
Seems
so
like the
this is a
world is
little
divided over this.
all right, this is a little nuanced because I'm about to actually see Kendrick and Sis on tour. So I'm looking forward to
I
that.
mean, you could probably sit wherever you want. They ain't selling no seats, so you can
Oh,
probably.
word?
I'm
Yeah,
joking. I don't know what's
I'm
going
about to
on. They
say
just keep joking about it.
my tickets were a gift, so
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure.
shout out. But
Uh,
it's hard to deny Kendrick was on fire during that run. If I had to choose a side, I'm choosing Kendrick, but that plays into my skin complexion and the culture. But one thing I would always tell people,
what culture, man? Like, I don't understand that. Like, how is Kendrick culture? Like, he's not. When you think of music, right? You could say Michael
mm,
Jackson's the culture, right? You could say everybody could say Michael Jackson's the culture. Like he's like that, like Stevie Wonder, Quincy Jones, all these people that did things, right? And then Kendrick, he's just a rapper, and not to he's a very contradictory rapper. He's talking all this black liberation shit, and he's doing songs of Maroon 5 and Taylor Swift, always trying to, like he doesn't. And he talks that shit, but at the end of the day, I don't really like. I don't know what he does. I'm not even gonna judge the man for his actions.
I
His
mean,
music
we
didn't.
can't say, I wouldn't say the word's contradictory. You got to play by the rules.
No,
You're in the
you're
music
right. Yeah,
industry.
you're right.
You got to do songs for the label, for money, for this, for that. I think I like Kendrick, and when I say culture, it's because it's certain things that when it gets down to it, and that's what happens with black people, we start splitting hairs when it's us versus us. Like, okay, I'm black and you black. Yeah, but you half black and you Canadian and
you Jewish.
yeah, you Jewish. All the things that are not
Yeah.
looked at favorably in mainstream media by a lot of people
You
right
got a
now.
white girl pregnant, all that shit,
Yeah, you
right?
got a white girl pregnant. You know, now that Kendrick said it, yeah, I do kind of feel weird when Drake say nigga the way he say nigga,
Yeah,
and
you know
people
what?
point
He
to,
was he questioning that shit when he was on tour with that motherfucker? When he brought him
but
on
people.
tour with him?
And people start pointing out those weird moments when he was in his Degrassi era, the way he used to say nigga with the ER, and he was a
If
dorky
yo,
kid, and
look,
it's just classic rap shit bringing up people past. And then yes,
yeah.
you can admit that 1 minute Drake is embracing that dance hall, Afrobeat culture. Next thing you know, he over there doing the UK King, and next
Yeah,
thing you
dog, he's
know,
an
he's in
actor.
Atlanta.
Dog,
And that's the
he's
thing.
an
Drake's greatest
actor.
talent was acting
Yes.
like a rapper.
No, but yeah, you can say that, but also rappers' greatest talent is rap and pretending to be gangsters and shit. And Kendrick is not no street nigga, yo. I refuse to
No,
believe
no,
half the shit
nobody that nobody that gets paid millions of dollars to wax poetic on a microphone will ever convince me that they a street nigga. All the street niggas
You said wax
are doing
poetic. You sound
street nigga
straight.
shit.
I ain't heard
They're
somebody
in
say
jail.
that.
They're in jail or they're in the
You
street.
said wax poetic. I ain't heard somebody say that since 1995. Yo, what was you?
1995.
He said wax poetic.
But no, but like
listen to some X-Clan and shit back in the day.
there's a battle rap. I can't remember the two rappers' names. I heard it on social media years and years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They was rapping in a battle rap league, and the dude told the one guy, all that gangster shit you talking is not true, because all the killers I know went to prison, not school.
Mm-hmm.
And it resonates with me, because if you was really about that life,
mm-hmm.
you see what happens when rappers don't know how to leave that life alone. We got
look at Dirk. Shit.
You get caught up.
Yo, that nigga, yo, he was like, I know he realized it after the fact. That's why he flipped up his whole image. But dog, you left too many fingerprints, yo.
Yeah. But my thing with the whole beef was
too many fingerprints.
I was they're not like us and A minor. I was with all that shit. But I always tell people, let's not act like Drake ain't have us outside in the summertime. Let's
Every
not
summer
act like
for 15 seasons.
Let's not act like
he had a longer run than Jay, yo. Jay ran the summer 10 years. Drake 15 years. Still going, by the way. No, yeah, is fine. All this shit.
He still made solid music. Now, I just thought, and I think from the terms of old rap beef, and like I said, battle rap and stuff like that, Kendrick was just hitting them harder. Bang, 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 bang. He was just rocking the
unexpectedly.
Shit.
But one thing I know
at the moment,
about
like,
okay,
go ahead.
Finish your thought.
I was saying, like, Kendrick just had the juice, and when somebody got the juice, they just got the juice. Like, he had the nation paying attention, and did that discredit Drake at the moment? Yeah, did it look corny because now you're trying to file a lawsuit? Like, it's impossible that someone could legitimately generate natural hype and like a song. No, it had to be illegal streams. That shit was corny.
It isn't, dog. No, let me tell you that phenomenon around that record going and blowing up the way it is and staying on the charts basically a whole year doesn't even make sense, because I worked in this business and I understand how this stuff works. There was a lot of marketing that went behind making that song bigger than it was, because you cannot tell me that all of a sudden overnight
is it marketing numbers, but is it Drake is claiming it's illegal though.
No. They do the same thing for Drake. Don't get it twisted.
Exactly. So that's why it came off as corny.
Let me tell you one thing. If you go through music on Drake's catalog on YouTube, Spotify, whatever, Drake's numbers, they're for the most part pretty organic, because I've listened to his music streaming. The visuals, like God's Plan, what's it called? Thank Me Later, Talking. No, but what's that song with Lil Durk? That song with Durk, Smile Now, Laugh Later, or whatever.
Smile Now,
Laugh now,
Cry
later. Yeah.
Whatever.
All these, the 500 million, 1 billion one, all this stuff. I'll go on you. Like, if I'm just on YouTube and I just feel like jamming out, those visuals are good. I'll go to those videos and watch them. Like, and even all the songs, right? You could tell, like, which song, like, when Drake drops a hit, it's a hit. All the shit that Kendrick has, number one, even Not Like Us is, it took, like, God's Plan to me was a bigger record than Not Like Us in totality. Like, when it came to, like, the people's sentiment towards it and how it resonated with the public. So, for it to accumulate that much play over just a 365-day period, which is, it's around that. It is almost, it's a year now. 1.2 billion play, whatever. All this, and the new songs just all instantly outperforming everything. And it's the only thing that people talk about, like, in hip hop. And I ask people, like, Like some people who just aren't in tune with all this stuff, like I listen to hip hop or whatever. Like, oh, you like the what song off the Kendrick or whatever? Have you heard Luther? Like, what's that? Like, I don't even know what that is. Like, so it's weird unless it's popping off in places we never heard of. And then you got to think also with the album, not the album, sorry, the concert sales. Like, you can go on Ticketmaster right now, and none of these shows are sold out. Drake sells out before like the second shit drops. It sells out. Resellers got the tickets. People are buying them like instantly, getting it 5, 6. It's like a Beyonce phenomenon. So Kendrick and SZA together on tour. SZA's fan base is ridiculous too. So you got to think there is a machine behind it making it popular, but is it resonating as well as it should be? I don't think it is, because the casual fan, I feel, and this is just me being me, and my understanding of how music goes and what I like. I don't think that he's a mass appeal type of artist, because he doesn't make music that resonates globally. So when you say like Drake copies certain styles, right? Like he does the reggaeton, the bachata records. He tries to do country records, whatever the fuck he does. When these motherfuckers embrace it, and Vibes Cartel said this. I don't know if you fuck with Vibes. He's like, yo, when you go down to Jamaica, the little kids know a Drake song on the street. They don't know what the fuck a Kendrick song. They didn't even. Maybe they know Not Like Us because they forced them to listen to that shit, but they don't know any Kendrick music like that.
I still think though, like the comparison is just what have you done for me lately? Drake's got all these connections. He's
just
been doing this. He's been doing this for decades, and he's had mainstream media attention. He does bite a lot of different sounds to appeal to a lot of different audiences.
He's so good at it, though. He's good at it.
Kendrick's moment is so big is because Drake has all of that. And whether you want to say that a market is pushing this agenda, a machine is pushing it, people still gotta resonate to it, and it's just hitting right now.
Yeah, but that's
is the show selling out? No, maybe. I don't know. I don't know the ticket sales. Maybe because the economy, maybe because
it doesn't matter. It does not matter. People will buy. Come on, these girls these Beehive bitches. They put their last towards a Beyonce ticket. They will put their whole house on a second mortgage.
Kendrick is not Beyonce.
Yeah, but
for somebody, we're just assuming that
girls
Kendrick's supposed to, because he's dominating the beef currently. All of his other accolades are supposed to now match Drake's. That's a natural progression that's got to happen over years. Right now, see, the one thing about this generation and with social media, we paying attention to right now. If somebody go, all right, that's like when somebody wears a band shirt of a band that might be popular in the mainstream. Like a kid might wear a Nirvana shirt. And somebody go, motherfucker, name 5 Nirvana songs right now, and they can't. But they see that logo, they see that brand, they see that image, and right now, that's cool. Thrifted vintage shirts is cool. Right now, Not Like Us, A Minor, all that shit, Euphoria.
Is it still cool though? Like people still fuck? I don't fuck. That's stop.
At this point, the beef is dead, and it's up to these two men to pivot back to their respective audiences and do what they do best.
I think
Drake gotta admit, Drake need to stop. It's washed. It's over. It's corny. That's like
why?
That's like trying to hit somebody. He should.
What is he doing? What is he actually doing? That's because Kendrick sent shots at him on the album, so Drake's doing the same thing. Yeah, I don't think it's like that bad. It's not blatant. It's not like he's doing another record. It's still
corny though. Like you want to fight somebody after would you want to keep fighting somebody after they whipped your ass multiple times?
I mean, that's
ass, bro. And the court of popular opinion, you got washed. And guess what? Your first shit that's popping in the mainstream again don't got nothing to do with him. Nokia is a great song on its own.
Mm-hmm.
When you shot that video, the focus of the video became, hey, look, he used the same cinematographer as Kendrick. Now you're doing the thing that you just got on him about. You only relevant because you making fun of me.
But he didn't do that. Drake did not purposely.
There is some symbolism. Yes, he did.
The only symbolism I can see is him with the snake game. And that's talking to all of them. That's talking to Weeknd, Rick Ross, all the Metro Boomin, Future.
Watch those videos.
There's nothing that has to. I know.
He hired the same cinematographer.
No, he did not. Who?
He hired somebody.
No, he didn't. He did not.
Who was working with? Yeah, look it up. Look it up.
I don't
It's
believe.
a,
No.
It's an article on
Kendrick used the same video person for
this,
Luther's video that Drake used a long time ago for something
Drake
else.
did the same thing. I don't know if it's
there's
the
only
videographer.
So many people that do music videos.
It's only the videographer or the choreographer.
The choreographer. I know the choreographer.
Bro, you talking from a Drake fan perspective, bro.
No.
I get that Drake your man's.
No, he's not my man.
He took some shots. He took some shots with him in that Nokia video. Everybody knows it.
I don't think so. I think maybe the part where with the dancers and he's he did some kind of like the little two-step that he did.
I don't know if it's from High Snobiety or Complex. They broke down all the visual cues that he intentionally did to mimic some of the recent shit that him and Kendrick. It's intentional. It's intentional.
No, I don't believe
he had a group of people watching and studying Kendrick's halftime performance. I know you've seen that TikTok.
Oh wait, but do you believe that Serena Williams was just randomly? Oh, I'm gonna be here. Let me
see you moving the goalposts. I'm not saying Kendrick didn't do that. Kendrick is advertising his brand on being a petty Drake hater. You can't criticize someone for being a petty hater when they're going, I'm a petty hater.
So why can't Drake do that his own way?
Because he lost, and it's
lost
corny.
What? How is it's corny? Oh, so it's corny. It's not corny to be a sore winner, but it's corny to because
I still won. Yeah, it's not corny. I won.
He didn't win though. He didn't really win.
If I'm at the Super Bowl having millions of Americans saying A- simultaneously, I beat you, bro.
Do you think
it's okay, bro? It's okay. He beat him, bro.
You old enough to remember Nas and Jay-Z going at it, right? He was a little kid back then, but
perfect. Jay-Z is the more famous, recognized, rich artist. He will admit Nas still beat him in that beef. Same scenario.
Yeah, years later, it took them
don't matter.
It took them 5 years to cope with it. But look,
he still lost.
If you look in retrospect back at this, and this is the thing, this is what people are starting to reflect back on. Yo, for real, not like us, whatever. That's a cool song. It did its thing. It in the court of public opinion, it did its thing. But you could argue with if you go back to the Meek Mills thing with Drake. Back to back, if they actually made like that, Drake stopped performing it because of he did not want to damage Meek Mills anymore because of at that point in time Meek was Meek was on drugs and shit. He did it out of respect for Nicki Minaj too because they were going through their thing. So he stopped performing the record and stopped making fun of it. That record could have been just as big if he wanted it to be just as big. Did a video for it, all that shit.
Yeah, Back to Back is a fire record, but
it's better than Not Like Us.
That's
the song's about a fucking pedophile, yo. That's like okay.
That's a matter. That's a matter of opinion. That's a matter of opinion.
No. That's a matter of fact because
no, it's not. You can't sonically. You can't prove it with fact. How can you?
Sonically,
how's that a fact? You like the song better does not make it a fact.
Over a throwaway mustard beat.
Okay.
Dumb raps on the throwaway mustard beat.
So whenever you're ready to take the Drake bias out of this conversation, I'm all for it, bro.
No,
I'm all for it, bro.
It's true because you cannot say. Yo, you cannot say
now you're trying to say it's a scientific fact that you can't prove that.
I'm not saying a scientific fact. It doesn't even make sense. It's not.
So it's an opinion.
There's no science about this. Yeah, it's opinion, of course.
What is the original purpose of this dialogue? Because now I'm confused. What are we talking about here?
I don't know what we're talking about.
Exactly, bro.
I was trying to catch up.
I'm gonna stand on business and say,
all right, yeah,
I still like Drake. I like Kendrick. I still like Kendrick. In this scenario, if we're looking at it in the stance of where we at now, court of popular opinion, mainstream media, I feel like Kendrick beat him.
Yeah, and I feel the same way, of course. But I also feel like when you have to look back and reflect on these things X amount of years down the line, you'll start realizing, oh yeah, Drake is in his right mind to sue. Because if somebody defames, it's almost defamation. Think about it.
Now that's a different thing. See, now we're talking about two different things.
Yeah, no.
You being called a nasty, dirty pedophile without proof, sue me for that. You saying my record can only be popular because I've done illegal, not marketing measures.
No, that's the record label. No, that's
the
record label. He's not accusing Kendrick.
See, and that's the thing. I'm not saying. See, that's the thing.
He didn't sue Kendrick Lamar. He just sued
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not saying like he corny for trying to sue Kendrick. I just think it's like to sue the record label. Like I would be suing about the defamation part.
That's what he is doing. He's saying
No,
that they
one of the
push that
lawsuits.
narrative to stop, to block him from getting his record deal renewed at a higher rate. Like he was trying
See,
to
I
get a
wasn't
600.
aware.
Yeah,
What
he was trying to
my
get a bigger.
understanding was he was suing because he felt Universal or whoever the
It's
music
like
group
the
was
compare it to
inflating the song.
No. Well, yeah, same thing, but also compare it to what Shannon Sharpe's going through right now with this thing. Like, so Kendrick made this record. The record label saw an opportunity to say, okay, we got a new golden boy. He's actually, he's kicking his ass in this battle. This song's getting some traction. Let's put some money behind it. Because you saw what they did. They lifted all the restrictions on people for copyright. So all these reaction videos came out about it that were monetized. So people had incentive to make more content around this song. Because when a person who does YouTube reaction videos or Instagram,
they got to be
TikTok,
careful of how much music they put out because they
it won't monetize. It won't. You can do it, put the content out. It helps the artist, but all
it'll
those
get
ad
demonetized.
Dollars, it goes right. Yeah, if they're flowing commercials,
it goes to the
the
yellow
artist.
dollar sign.
It goes to the artist. Yes. So in that scenario, like imagine if we were talking about it now, started playing Not Like Us, we'd make that money. Drake didn't. They didn't do that for Drake's records. They only did it for Kendrick's records. And
see, that's a fair point. I can see that. Okay.
And now, mind you, this is. I don't know if it was at that time, if they changed it. They might have changed it around, but out the gate, everybody, because this was the commentary. Yo, I didn't get. Everybody was saying this. You know this if you were following it. They were like, "Oh, we ain't getting demonetized for the Not Like Us reactions," while other people were. So, not to say it held people back from making reactions. It made it so they made another reaction and another piece of content and another clip and another this and another that. And it became talk. Like, oh, he's kicking his ass, blah, 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 which is fine. He was kicking his ass. I ain't denying that. Now, Drake's rebuttal to the whole thing was that stupid, like, whatever, I'm defeated song. And then his security guard got shot in front of his house. Now, nobody know. Now, the security guard getting shot stems from, I believe they said, other beef that somebody else had, and it kind of like spilled over into this thing and whatever. Now, Drake said, "Shit, I got too much to lose. They shooting through my door at my fucking compound.
They was vandalizing OVO stores and
exactly.
Shit.
Why would you continue on with this nonsense when, yes, the court of public opinion kind of forced you out of it, number one, and it's spilling over into shit that you, obviously, as a millionaire, multi-millionaire, don't even want to be involved in. Somebody close to you just almost got murdered in front of your house over it. It wasn't happening to Kendrick. Because, yes, Kendrick is whatever. He's a man of the people. He's out in the streets, whatever. Doesn't walk around security or whatever. But at the end of the day, like, it did affect Drake because he's way bigger than Kendrick. So, yeah, I would stop doing the beef. And the same thing happened with the Pusha T shit. It got to a point where, yeah, somebody could have gotten hurt, and they got, what's his name, Jay Prince involved to squash it. Because Drake had another record. Drake was talking about making more records.
Yeah, that's what they always said. I wish they would have just released it. Because
well, this is the thing, bro. It's and Jay, dog. I have from the Jay and Nas beef, I have 3 records that never came out that Jay did, dissing Nas. Like, they're just verses on songs that actually came out, but they cut the verses, right? And they're floating around the internet. You can find them, but they're not like popular or anything. But he did do records after the fact, and he also released a record or two. But back then it was a little more cordial. They weren't calling people pedophiles and shit like. I mean, Nas started all this bullshit, making up stories about people with the camel and all that other crap. Jay was speaking facts about sleeping with his mom and skeeting on the baby seat. But what do I know? So, but Nas still won the battle because people. What does Charlamagne say? People. The lie is more entertaining than the truth or whatever he's, Charlamagne says that shit all the time. So yeah, make up some bullshit like Drake's a pedophile, which also, hurts his character and his relationships with all these different people that he's impacted and helped with their careers, from Justin Bieber to Millie Bobby Brown, all these people that admired him as an artist. He got to meet with them and befriended them. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing they did to Michael Jackson, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to tell you, we all love Michael and deny the fact that he probably, that they said that he raped little kids, right? Because he had them all over his house. Like, no, Drake don't bring them to the house and have sleepovers and shit. He takes a picture with them and says he likes Harry Potter and shit. But now he's a pedophile because of that, because Kendrick said so. It's little fucking Kendrick said so. See, this is the problem. Like, people forget. Like, you admire Michael so much and all this stuff. You'll defend him to your grave. he's having sleepovers with kids, and yeah, mind you, I believe that he did nothing. I believe that, and the people that stood behind him.
I don't believe Mike touching the kid.
I didn't believe it either. But you believe no. I don't know if you believe that
Whoa,
Drake touched
hold
the
up.
kids,
No,
but a lot of people,
the song is fire, but I don't think Drake
okay. But why would you? But like, this is the whole point. Like that song became a phenomenon, mind you. Little kids dancing to it don't understand. I think it's kind of fucked up. This is a whole other discussion. We had it before. Like, how is this country the biggest song in the country for the last fucking year is a song about pedophiles? And niggas out there talking about they want to kill somebody. It's a song about pedophile. It's fucking crazy. They performed at the Super Bowl, bro.
But that's what's popular right now. If you look on YouTube, these predator catchers, you look at the White House, they were accusing the Biden administration of being pedophilic, blood drinkers.
Yeah, but dog, that's a reflection of what the people who are actively saying I'm against that or want that are always the ones that have that in the back of their fucking head. The ones I never thought about a pedophile or anything.
I'm not saying this in the Kendrick defense, but why does everyone say that? Why does everyone say the minute someone accuses someone of pedophile, they go, "That's because you secretly won." That don't make sense.
No. They saying that you're secretly won. I think there's an obsession with that lifestyle that like to catch a predator, to do this, that, and the third. Like, yes, it's a bad thing, and you must, and it's illegal, but it's also, dog. The age for like in some states, I think the legal age to marry, date, or have sex with somebody is 15 years old. So if I go to, I'm pretending making this up, Wyoming, and you can sleep with a 15-year-old, and I sleep with a 15-year-old, am I a fucking pedophile?
By law, no.
By law, no. By Wyoming law or whatever. Texas, I think they have a low age too. I think it's like 16, 17. But these are the same motherfuckers who saw Drake standing next to a fucking 18-year-old and saying he's a fucking pedophile.
But you also got to understand that people are sensationalist idiots who, whether it's the Kendrick Drake beef, whether it's stuff that's going on with politics, they'll believe the first thing they hear because it's on the internet.
Yeah, but the underlying truth behind, the underlying like thing about it, and the curiosity behind it, all stems from a cultural thing. Because like you see, why do all of these Christian people support Trump so much when he's a fucking textbook sinner?
Oh, don't get me started on.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like people that go to church, he's here because he's anti. They cherry pick what they want to see and happen. And these same people who are saying, they point the finger and say, "Oh, Drake is this or that," and then you find out one day that they slept with their 16-year-old. Even Kanye, he jumped on the pedophile bandwagon with the thing. Oh, we got to stop Drake. He's gonna. Next thing you know, he's sucking a 6-year-old's dick. Like it's like weird. Like what you were the pedophile, and you're telling me, and you're accusing.
And in that instance, a lot of people tend to do the whole enemy of my enemy is my friend. Like Kanye was just saying that shit because him and Drake got beef.
Yeah, so now he loves Drake again, which is now he's saying Kendrick's a piece of shit, which is so.
Who knows?
I mean, he's right, but it is what it is. Anyway, bro, I don't know. I just find it, and I mean, you're fine. You love Kendrick. Do you even like?
No,
Kendrick?
At the end of the day,
do you listen to Kendrick? You listen to his albums?
But see, the thing
what's your favorite Kendrick album?
My favorite Kendrick album, probably Damn. I'm gonna be one of them weird people to.
That's the one his fans don't like that much. That's crazy. That's the most popular record from him.
Damn, it's fire.
No, it's his most. That's his big record. You know, like that song he did with Taylor Swift.
I've never heard it. Couldn't tell you. Didn't even know he had a song with him until the beef came out. I mean, like Kendrick has always been, even Good Kid, Mad City. It's a shame that's my favorite one. It's a crime that thing didn't win a Grammy. But like, I never took this beyond. I'm here for the bars. I'm here for the music. I'm here for the entertainment.
Yeah,
I don't believe Drake is a pedophile. For the simple fact that if he was an actual convicted pedophile, he'd be on the sex offender list. Like that shit with Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj. Megan Thee Stallion shots rung true because Nicki Minaj, her husband, is a registered sex offender.
So was her brother.
I can make those jokes.
Her brother is too.
I can make those jokes. But I also saw it as like, dude, rap is a game of hyperbole, bro. It's sensationalism. It's entertainment.
It crosses lines when you start making like these are because we're in the age of social media. So back in the day, like when they used to make these, they even if you harken back to the Nas and Jay-Z beef, Nas took it to a place where he was like character assassinating Jay, right? Jay was at the height of his career back then, doing all these things, running the rap game, and he's talking about like, oh, he's not good for the rap game. We got to bring it back to the street. He's making all this pop music and all this other shit. Now, I get it. They did that to MC Hammer too, right? And MC Hammer was probably one of the most gangsterous rappers out there, and nobody really knew that shit. Like, you had to check in with him to come to LA. Like, you thought Big U, like, he ran, not to say he ran the streets, but he was in the streets. Like, he had those type of affiliations. And that was back in the early 90s. But like with Jay, it's just like Nas just saw the opportunity, said, look, I'm the underdog. I could rap too. New York loves me, and then people embrace that. They love the underdog story, right? Drake's winning all the time, like that, and he's making all these songs. The girls love him, and all this other crap. And then Kendrick's just this, rappity rap dude throwing shots at him. And he's short, and he sounds like you got this high pitched voice, and he makes these songs that nobody cares about, and it's like it just keeps going.
That Drake bias is becoming out hard on this show. Jesus Christ!
No, I felt this way for a while. I don't really. Look, I should have beef with Drake. He burned me for some shit, like, and this is not talking like music industry shit where he did, just like on some like, he owe me a couple dollars type of shit. I ain't gonna bring it up here, but yeah,
no, not like that.
I ain't gonna do no. Now it's silly, like. And the fact that he put Kendrick on, he put every guy who, Future, Weeknd, Kendrick, Rick Ross, Metro Boomin, they got big records with Drake. He's put money in their pockets, took them on tour, bro. Some of these guys got OVO chains. So what are you talking about? How are you gonna just one overnight flip on this motherfucker?
That's how people are.
Because they pieces of shit. And it's funny. And this is going back to the ghostwriting accusations. Yeah. My man used to ghostwrite for Drake. But he even, in Mississippi, we talked to him. We had a podcast with Nicholas F. He said the shit like, yo, we collaborated. I came up with hooks. He came up with rhymes. We did this, that, and the third. And like, he does put the work in and understands the art, the craft of emceeing and rapping. But he also understands artistry, like from a pop music perspective. Like, yeah, he has the image, the voice, and the obviously popularity and the machine behind him to make songs bigger than what. Imagine like who's that boy that who wrote the whole like if you're reading this, it's too late or whatever. What was his name? Quentin Miller. If Quentin Miller had all those songs out, would you be listening to those songs with his voice on those? You heard some of those demos, I'm assuming. Would you listen to that shit?
And in the current context it was released in, probably not, because it wouldn't have got to play.
I mean, like, no,
it wouldn't have been outside.
If the songs were marketed and put out there, mind you, as a new artist, like those particular songs, the way Drake raps them and makes them, the inflections, the way he chooses the production, the way he hops in and out of the beat, the way they mix the songs, all of that shit. That's that OVO sound. That's 40. That's his people around him, like Oliver and all these other guys that have good ears and opinions. And even the guy, the bodyguard, the Chubbs guy, all these guys understand music, and for some reason they know sonically what sounds good, and he trusts them to give him the best advice when he's putting out music, and he does not lose off of that shit. And he knows his own shit. Like, I used to talk to this dude about music all the time. He listens to some crazy shit all the time, and it was like, damn, I'm gonna experiment with this and this and this. And he put out the mixtape, and then people started fucking with it, and then he blew up. So like, Kendrick's not like that. He's a rapidy rapper, right? He does whatever. He does put together amazing compositions. I will never, as far as putting together an album, storytelling, all that type of shit, he's spot on. I'll give him 100% marks on that shit. He knows how to compile a record, Kendrick Lamar. That's all I'm giving him. Did you think freeze?
Yeah.
No, it's about to.
No, I'm here. I'm just letting
you. You were stone faced for a second.
I was just letting you be on your soapbox. My thing is about it like this. I don't think too deep about it. Like, people will tell me, not saying you do, but people like Drake won, Kendrick won. Man, as long as the music, because the minute No Kid came out, I'm not one of the people like, I can't listen to that shit because Drake made it. And I'm also not one of those
people like that though. And there's also people that just go hard and just vouch for it, like, oh my god.
Yeah, I don't have a parasocial relationship. At the end of the day, like, back to the accusations about pedophilia and stuff, my interest will only be piqued when lawyers are attached, a court date is set, and we hear a verdict.
Yeah.
Kendrick got to pay damages, or Drake loses. Whoever outcome
Kendrick ain't
is the
gonna pay now.
outcome.
It's the label, the
Or
record label. Yeah.
whoever wins wins. Whoever loses loses. Just keep making decent shit. If the tour stops in DC, no matter which one it is, if it's playing music from projects that I like, because I got blessed with tickets to what's that show when he had like big ass sperm balloons in the ceiling and shit.
Who?
It was
Kendrick?
it was all a Blur tour. You know,
Oh, Drake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna have a revisionist history, man. As big as the Super Bowl when him and J. Cole was on that goddamn track, that track was fire. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I recognize these people as artists.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they start talking about culture vultures and shit. Every rapper that's not in jail or dead is a culture vulture, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
If they mainstream, I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
Like, so
but that's why rap is dying. Yo, it's so. I saw this thing. Akademiks was talking about this the other day. Like right now, the only relevant. I don't know. He's funny. But he talked about.
He probably sucked this cousin meat off too as a kid. Who knows? Little dick rider. Fucking hate that chubby bastard.
Wow. You know him personally? Like, what do you say?
Nah, because I wouldn't hang out with no bitch ass nigga like that. So I couldn't know him personally.
I mean, he has a lot of character flaws in my opinion, but I also feel hurt people. I feel like he's got a lot of things he has to cope with in life. Because the way he stands for Drake and stuff, and Drake be like pushing him off, and it's so fucking weird, yo.
Yeah, I find it so severe weird. Case of bitch niggery.
Yeah, but also like he's successful, man. I could always look. It goes with that whole. Like I see the brother being successful, but also he's not in the same realm as us. Like he's in this realm where it's like he's in that like that manosphere shit too. Like he plays the hip hop.
I think that's why I don't like him. He give off like Andrew Tate. Like
he does.
Male
he's like, I got money. I'll smack a bitch. I'll do this thing. Yo, the way he goes off on when he hates women so much. I'm like, wow, how do you hate women so much? What did they do to you?
Little dick syndrome, bro.
Oh, he's got all the syndromes. Little dick, little nigga, little everything. So I get it, but I just don't like, come on, man. You grown now. Like you 30 something, right? He's like in his 30s now. Like get over it. And the fact this is why Drake won't go on his platform. Drake, he's always like, oh, when's Drake gonna come on my platform? He's ain't gonna. He went on Aston. Wait, what's the freaking Aiden Ross. He goes on Aiden Ross, XQC.
That shit
streamer,
was
these
when
nerds.
When they started playing the weekend, he was like, yo, turn that off. I remember.
Yeah, but they're a bunch of fucking nerds. And I'm like, these guys are nerds. These aren't like gangsters and hip hop dudes. You're not even going on these. You know what? You know what it is with the hip hop platforms? They're very fickle. And half of these guys, like, look what happened. Elliot Wilson turned on him. Elliot Wilson used to talk about sucking off somebody for 6 years. This nigga been sucking off Drake for a decade, and all of a sudden he's on the Kendrick bandwagon. After the battle, like you see, he's doing a fucking Swano. I like Swano, but
no, I said Swain to popular. No, I was saying Swain.
Oh, I thought you said Swano. I thought the guy. Okay, no, yeah.
No.
Oh, Wayno. I'm sorry, Wayno, not Swano. Wayno. Yeah, but not like, but not like, yeah. Elliot just hopped on the dick. Like right after that, all of a sudden he's doing a podcast with DJ Head, and talking about
these young streamers like Aiden Ross and all that. That's what's hot right now. The Kaiser Knots, the iShow Speeds.
Yeah, this is like honestly, yo. Once we get this right, I want to start live streaming it again like we used to do, and pull in people. It's a good way to get. Yeah, you gotta fix all that shit though. You on a phone.
Hey, look, technical difficulties, bro. Technical difficulties.
I get it.
We gonna get a new setup. We
gotta get the ambiance going. See how much I improved it. I got the lights and everything.
Yeah, I was about to ask, what's your setup?
Oh, beautiful. I got capturing. Like shit.
Oh, it ain't all that. Calm down. It's like
I'll tell you, I got a Sony. What is it? This is ZV-10. ZX-10. I don't know what it is.
How about I just copy your homework? Send me the link of your equipment, and I'm just gonna copy.
Oh shit! I mean, the camera. Honestly, this is a good camera, but it's a multi-purpose camera too. But
because iPhones, not iPhones.
You
Mac
can use
cameras,
an iPhone.
Yeah, iPhone cameras are better quality because Mac built-in cameras are only 1080p, and that's ass.
Well, you could flip it around.
Yeah, you could
You
continue
get the
the camera.
4K, but you
Yeah,
have to. You could use it for as a webcam if you plug it in your
I've
computer.
done it before on my old phone.
Yeah,
You don't even got to plug it in. You just
yeah.
clip it on the back of your Mac.
Oh
It
yeah,
has to
whatever.
have
Yeah.
M series technology. We ain't gonna get nerdy in it, but
Oh yeah, all that stuff. So yeah, I have I have an M series laptop, it's a M1 Ultra Max, whatever. I haven't changed this computer since 2021. It still runs beautifully. I think I might upgrade next year though. And then I got the Shure microphone. Critical the microphone, bro. You got to get a better mic.
I got a Rode mic
That's
headset
fine.
and arm. I got all that shit. It's just
Okay.
my
Oh yeah, I
computer
remember
not working.
when we did this last year, you had
Yeah,
the whole setup. Yeah, but that, and then I have the Stream Deck here still, but we're not, if we start using OBS or something to stream.
Damn, Stream Deck.
Yeah, I got the big. Well, this is the.
You rich?
No, I bought this shit. I bought it years ago, bro. I bought this when Glenn and I was doing the original podcast, and I never learned how to use it. Now I have it.
Glenn gonna be on next week. Nah,
I don't care. No, I have no problem with Glenn. Did I ever tell you what happened? Why we fell out?
Yeah, you told me when we was on the phone last time.
We just had some we just had differences, and this nigga said some crazy shit. He was
Glenn
like, "Why you lying?"
Glenn need to just come back on, man. You need to join.
I want to get Eddie and all them on, but that's the other podcast show. I know because these things they dive too. We almost dive deep. We started talking about feet, sneakers, and fashion. We almost lost track because this ain't about that. We
brought it back around. We'll save that stuff for next week.
Yeah, but there's with what are we talking about? The cult Drake and Kendrick. Akademiks. His platform is just weird, and I enjoy his content, but when he goes off the rails and starts screaming on like chicks and doing all this, I'm like, bro, you are that fucking insecure. Like, you can't let these women live. Why are you always attacking women so hard? And then the minute like Drake fucking literally disrespects you, he uses you as an outlet to get his messaging out to the audience, but he'll never touch your platform. He might, honestly, he might just throw him a bone and get on a live stream with him, but he won't ever come down there. He won't ever I don't think he'll ever do something in person with him, to be honest with you.
I think his reputation is damaged to the point where it's beyond Drake ever going on his platform.
Maybe, but you never know. It is what it is. But he still fucks with Drake. Drake still fucks with him. And it's weird because you gotta, in this game, you gotta kind of play all sides. Right? If somebody supports you that has a platform that's big, you got to play around with that. And I think the thing going back to with Drake, with his, he's just a big nerd, yo. If knowing him personally, even back then, you see the way he acts in these things, like that live stream with the Aiden Ross. I saw the clips of it. This dude's nerding out and stuff. He just likes to have fun. That's why he doesn't grow up. He doesn't.
It reminds me of LeBron. Like, he's such a ubiquitous personality that he's bound to have haters, despite the fact that he doesn't really deserve them. For every milestone, most career points, oldest player, longest career, he'll have a moment where a detractor, will be like, well, he flopped here, and Jordan never lost in the finals. And it's like, that doesn't detract from
bullshit.
That doesn't detract from all the stuff that he's done. So I can definitely, like I said, I still respect Drake, just like I respect LeBron. Some of his accolades just undeniable. The most points ever scored, the biggest stream artist as far as rap definitely is concerned. It's just every once in a while, man. Like you said, the underdog. People love to see the underdogs win, like the Super Bowl, for example. People was raving to see Patrick Mahomes lose. And it kind of did remind me of Drake and Kendrick a little bit, because it was like, well, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts is black. I'm like, Patrick Mahomes is also black. He's half black, though.
That wife will make you, man, them snow bunnies, man. We got to have a snow bunny episode and talk about that shit when Sean get back, because
he got a white woman?
You didn't know that?
You do?
Oh, you don't even know Sean. I
don't even know Sean.
Look, I love.
We're not judging your wife, by the way. Hold up.
I used to dabble. I ain't saying nothing. I'll let him talk on that. But look, preferences are preferences. It's fine. But at the end of the day,
I'm not a person that discriminates against interrational couples.
I don't discriminate. I used to be in one or two those what did Jada Pinkett call them?
Situationships?
No. Why do I always entanglements? Yeah,
entanglement.
Yeah, I stopped all that stuff. I started seeing what happens, brother. I ain't trying to get lynched out there or whatever, but
we've all seen Get Out.
Dog, look at Shannon right now. It's wild, but I mean it's probably, but that's one of those things that there is some truth to what Dr. Umar says about these things, and even like you got to think from a cultural perspective, bro. Do you see that, like Indian people and all these? You don't really. If you stray away from the flock, it just hurts the whole thing. I mean, yeah,
when they stray away from the flock in those other cultures, they got to basically disown their family.
Sometimes,
yeah, they can't even come home.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason why shit like this is happening now. Like these authoritarian governments, you see a lot of it's happening in mainly white countries because they're trying to hold on to their last, stitch of power.
Control.
Yeah, because these Chinese, these Middle Eastern people, they're starting, and even Africa, they're starting to say like, yo, there's more of us than these white boys. There's way more of us, and the U.S. is the last like bastion for white supremacy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is like, this says, oh, we even know the demographics have changed, but we're just going to put our foot on your neck, even if we have to destroy the fucking country to do it, which is wild.
And it's blatant now. It used to be implied. Now it's like,
yeah, they're taking it. Like, these motherfuckers are so dumb with this shit. They're like, no, we're willing to say, all right, we'll let this idiot destroy the country just so we can say that, these Hispanics aren't here, these blacks aren't getting opportunity, these Asians aren't selling us products. Like, it's like wild.
It's like in movies, and I can't think of one offhand, and it's driving me crazy. But like in action movies, when the villain about to like die and they hit the self-destruct button, they'll say some shit like, I would rather blow this place up than let y'all have it.
Exactly.
It's like that kind of
shit. They cut off their nose to spite their face. That's the adage. So it is what it is. But speaking of that, let's close out on, because we almost on an hour and a half. That's good. 2 hours. Kevin Gates and LeBron, which you said you didn't know much about, right? And we'll talk about
I'm gonna let you lead that one because I didn't hear about that one.
So Kevin Gates went on social media or did some kind of interview on a live stream where he said about Savannah, like you talking about LeBron, and he's like, yo, like Savannah always looking at him like he did something wrong or whatever, while all these white women at these basketball games look at him like, oh my God, and da. And he just went into this little rant about it, and it went viral, right? And then a couple days later, LeBron posted a picture of him and Savannah, and she's smiling in the picture, and she's like, he said something like, my love, Savannah, we don't listen to these peasants, and she's smiling in the picture and all this stuff, and obviously a shot at Kevin Gates. Fast forward to last night, Kevin Gates in courtside with Brittany Renner. I didn't know he was dating Brittany Renner, which is a whole other topic.
I didn't know he was dating nobody.
He used to have some girl. But yeah, Brittany Renner, now that she's Muslim, I don't know. He's with her now. They're sitting courtside at the Laker game, like looking at LeBron and stuff. And I thought it was hilarious. I'm like, this brother Kevin Gates, man, he's a wild boy, yo. And then now, what happened?
I was saying, what's up with people trying to challenge LeBron courtside these days? Like,
but people now people are saying, yo, why didn't he step to Kevin Gates and shit? I'm like, why does he need to step to Kevin Gates? He literally called him a peasant. And then like Stephen A. Smith, like that's a different story. No, you're talking about the family, the son and the daughter. Like, look, the way his wife looks at him what some rapper thinks is one thing, but Stephen A. Smith has one of the biggest sports platforms on the planet.
They're in the
same talking about LeBron.
They're in the same sphere, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, exactly. And you have to you're saying to him, yeah, I'm gonna check you because you're gonna keep talking about my son that way, and it becomes a thing. It will become an issue with me too. Like, you're gonna say that shit about my son, and then like sort of like put it on me and the family. His son earned his spot on the Lakers, and he plays well enough to be in that spot. Like, and people deny this just because, nepotism, this, that, and the third. He ain't fucking nothing up. He only plays garbage time. He actually did better. Like, if you see him in the G League and the way he's been playing,
his G League stats was nuts.
Yeah. So you're telling me that he's playing with other professionals, and you're looking at other cats that got drafted higher than him that aren't even doing anything. And you're telling me like, because of nepotism, he took somebody's spot. He didn't take shit. He deserves to be like these. Oh, go ahead.
And it's a little different when you're a parent and somebody talking about your kid versus when you have a partner. I know you probably been in some situations where your wife had to put her hand on your shoulder and be like, babe, it's okay. A child don't do that to a parent. A child don't be like, that's okay, Dad. I can take care of myself. your paternal or maternal instincts kick in. And one, Stephen A. being at courtside is more important than Kevin Gates being at courtside 1,000,001 times. Two, Kevin Gates is talking on some bullshit social media podcast. Stephen A. Smith is broadcasting to millions of people on a daily basis in the same sphere of sports that LeBron plays in. And keep my kid name out your mouth, fool. Like, you don't talk about nobody else as harshly as you talk about my kid. Watch yourself. And Kevin Gates, I'm not going, man, I already handled you on social media. You light work. Ain't you the 2 phones, nigga? One for the fuck on my face, bro. Like, if like we talked about earlier with Drake and Kendrick, larger markets, if both of them 2 men, Stephen A. and Kevin Gates, stood up at courtside during the game and they do the scan of the audience to find the important people, no way in hell somebody picking Kevin Gates over Stephen A. Smith.
I mean, I know, but right now it's the moment Kevin Gates is having, so he's capitalizing on it. LeBron ain't gonna say,
and that's smart. That's smart.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, he probably got some new music coming. I'm assuming he probably do one of them LeBron songs. You know,
shout out LeBron.
Fire,
songs.
by the way. There are like 4 of them I actually like.
Some of them just actually go in. Yeah,
they go hard.
That's the one thing generative AI did.
Wait. Let me show you something. I'm gonna play this for you because this is the one. Hopefully, I don't care if I get copyrighted. I put it on my timeline the other day. This song just hit. These kids did the LeBron song to. How do you find your bookmarks? Your Instagram. So here it is. Yeah, I put it on my highlight reel. It's on my highlight reel. I got a highlight reel on my IG.
That's why I'm gonna get a blue check mark.
I don't have a blue check mark. I want one. You can pay for that. Yet. You know that?
Yeah, I'm not saying, why don't you pay? You rich?
I ain't rich. Why do you guys think I'm rich? Everybody say I got
money.
When
we start getting monetized,
you're gonna make some money.
We'll get a blue check mark to prove that we're official.
Where is this shit? Hold on. Oh, I thought I bookmarked that. Shit was fire.
I'm afraid to look at my IG bookmarks. There's probably like 1,000,001 dumb things in there.
I bookmark dumb shit sometimes by mistake. I don't know. I put it on my timeline. They did a remake of I forgot the name of the song. My God, my brain is like mush lately. But it was a good one. Anyway, yeah, that all that. So Kevin Gates, LeBron, playoffs. What's your predictions? You following the?
Yeah. Most of my predictions last night came true. I knew the Lakers had to get one.
Do you think they have the momentum? Like, do you think now that I mean, dude, nobody's gonna hit 50% from the 3 every damn game. That's one thing people forget. Like the Timberwolves, any team that's hitting 50% from the 3 is not. You know what I mean?
It's not gonna be repeated.
That's not gonna be. That's not repeatable. Yeah. I mean, Steph Curry can do it. That's why the Golden State is so good.
And not in the best of 7 either. Like
not in the best of 7. Yeah, they're gonna get cold.
And then like LeBron is a culpatory X factor, bro. He's just different, bro. The team is different, bro.
Dog, he's not even playing hard. You see this nigga? He's not even playing hard right now.
Yeah, most of his highlights in game 2 was like defense.
Yeah, and the thing is, I saw these motherfuckers criticizing like they're like, oh, like. You know, the only reason LeBron's just not on it right now, and he has terrible numbers against Rudy Gobert. So, okay, if he has terrible numbers, let Luka cook then, because Luka destroys Rudy. You know, he shot a 3 over his face to win the fucking game 7, and he averaged like 48 points in that series. Like, come on,
yeah, he's cooking. Like they keep
when they switch up, dog, he's in Rudy's head. So you take Rudy out to the perimeter. And let Luka cook, whatever. And then Austin Reeves, we just need 15, 20, maybe 15.
And that's easy for him. Yeah,
that's easy. And then let our defense speak, because the defense was on it last night. Like
the defense was the highlight. It was the highlight, bro.
And the way they got those motherfuckers like fouling all the time, like they was playing. They got like Vando was only out there just to get in their heads. I know that like he didn't deserve no minutes like lately.
What's the probability of the Lakers coming out of the West? Because I personally believe they got the series.
They take if they take the next game, I think they'll see Golden State in the next round. I predict 6-6 with Golden State, and look, I don't know how good. This, mind you, I'm not trying to down anything, but I think if Golden State takes 2 early games in the series, Like, if they go back like the first 3 games, if Golden State wins 2 of them, the first out of the 3, I think they're going to win that series. Golden State. That's just me. Not to say I doubt LeBron and them, but if they can't figure out Jimmy Butler and
playoff Jimmy's different.
Yeah, no, he's not. They beat playoff Jimmy in
playoff Jimmy
the
different.
bubble.
And he got help too. He ain't have Steph in the bubble.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, Jimmy's also old and hobbled, so he ain't, he's playing through shit. So is Steph. Steph's always playing through some kind of shit.
Steph, I must say, Steph always got something going on.
Yeah. So I could see them, Golden State, kind of pulling through because they are a well-oiled machine. That team is, the young guys and the old guys. And the new pieces just fit in perfectly. Like, Steve Kerr's an amazing coach. I'll give him that much. But that'll be their toughest series, I think. And the rest is just going to be who we playing in the finals. They get past Golden State, who we playing in the finals. I don't believe in OKC. I think they're
really
good. I don't. I like them.
Wow. Okay.
They good, but like they really have to figure out. I think it's going to really be down to which team has the most heart when it comes down to it. And the young guys don't have that. Like Houston. Look at Houston. They're getting dog walked right now by Golden State in game 1. I mean, game 1's not a good barometer, but like,
also
they playing again tonight, right? Yeah, but dude,
Houston's
they came. They won the second most games in the West. And you also have to figure look at this. The Lakers kind of run the West. If you think about it, I think they beat every team or at least tied or beat every team in their season series. So I think OKC, they're 2-2 with them, right? Mm-hmm. And OKC, I think they beat them up pretty good in that one game, but then they came back and won again. But it's like they match up well and they could do things. It's just a matter of,
it's just the margin that OKC's been winning by these last couple games is insane.
Yeah, but that's like, dog. Shay Gilgeous-Alexander's amazing player. His shoes are fire, by the way. Not to get back on shoes.
Yeah, not to get back too hard on shoes. Yeah, he definitely. Converse got him one with them. Yeah,
I'm about to get me 2 pair.
That gray pair was crazy.
Yeah, that gray one was nice. But he's gonna do his thing. I haven't bought a pair of Converse in forever, by the way. I have bought a pair. I have those those I'm sorry, I'm getting those Pata Converses that came out with the jacket. Remember with the tiger on it?
They got the Pata written all over them.
Those are fire. Yeah, there was some kind of Nike model and had like a leather mesh thing.
That Hirachi run thing.
It's a Hirachi. Yeah. It's a Hirachi.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are fire. Sorry.
Yeah, that looked like an 8 shoe.
Yeah, I haven't worn them yet, but I did get the jacket. I got it almost damn near retail on StockX. It's real. What was it,
$500?
The jacket was $600. I paid $680.
Woo, $680.
Yo, that's what fire, I'm saying.
Must pay for that check mark. There you go. Must be nice.
I hope it's real.
Oh my God, we gonna. That's another thing we're gonna save for next week. The legitimacy of aftermarket purchase.
There's nothing aftermarket that's real. My Bike Airs are fake. I'm 100% sure my Bike Airs are foo-foo, and I paid $580 for them.
Hey,
so.
Well, that's a testament to how good the overseas market is now. If they can,
whatever,
produce.
They're nice. They're beautiful
content.
Shoe. You pay. Yeah. You guys using StockX, right?
No, I won mine in a raffle.
Oh, you got? Oh, yeah. You said yes.
Yeah, I don't think it's certain shoes. I can't pay for them on the aftermarket. Like you said, it's too many. It's not even a price thing. If you want something, you'll pay for it. And I don't even have a problem with people wearing reps, especially if they just as good quality as the original. It's the idea of I paid retail / aftermarket price for a rep shoe. If I'm gonna get a rep shoe from StockX, charge me the rep price at least. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, you could just go through the motions and try to figure out what WhatsApp channel or Reddit post
WeChat
to go to and all that
shit. Taobao, Panda Buy.
I don't even know how. I'm just start hitting a troll and be like, "Yo, dog, just put your plug." You know what I'm saying? Like whoever you got.
Whatever your price is plus the tariffs and get yourself some lunch.
I should tell them, I'm like, yo, I'll give you $50 over the retail or whatever price they charge, and if you get these and ship them to me, you have a good fake reselling business if I ever go that fake route or replica route. Anyway, we were talking about playoffs.
Yeah.
Playoffs. So Converse, Shay. So OKC, yes, I like them, but I also feel like they got a lot to prove. And they were good last year. They're good this year. They got, Chet back. So, but he's not really that effective. I think he's as effective as Rudy Gobert is and all these other bigs that don't really know how to score and shoot from the perimeter that well. He ain't gonna do
Wemby's.
Not Wemby. Porzingis is even like Porzingis, if he's healthy, is
I'm about to
Wemby.
say, a healthy Porzingis is a bad motherfucker.
He's big. He's got the size. He could shoot and all that. His defense is questionable. Yeah, his defense is questionable, but he fits right in there with that Boston team, right? And then they still got that. They still got the what's his name? The old dude. What's his name? Horford. Yeah. Yeah, Al Horford.
I think Boston gonna run it back.
You think so? Yeah, they ain't gonna make enough. Nah, man. The Lakers got their number.
I'm talking about East. I'm talking about coming out of the East.
The East.
They bench too crazy. They team too stacked.
Yeah, but you got to think, man. The East, since LeBron left the East in 2018, 19, 2018,
19, 20, something like that.
No. Yeah,
it might have been 18.
In LA. Was he in LA 2 years or 1 year before they got Anthony Davis? It was 1 year, right? I think it was 1 year. His first year in LA wasn't good.
Yeah, it was average. Then what was it? The next
year
was
18, 19. Yeah,
18, 19. Then they won the bubble. Yeah.
So it's 2017, 18. That was his last year in the East. I remember how everybody was like talking about the East is weak. The only reason the East was weak, even though they had teams that were wrecking people in the West, is because LeBron was there and he was fucking them all up. He didn't even take the regular season seriously.
Yeah, it created a power vacuum when he left.
Dog. Oh yeah, but even dog, he carried literal trash to that finals in 17-18 when against KD and them. And they almost took game one. They should have taken game one, but they couldn't, the game one, then they got swept again and all that other bullshit. But come on, with KD and all these people, it's crazy. So, I don't know, man.
This year, got to get out of Phoenix.
Yeah, he does. I feel bad for the man. I like KD. I used to not like him. Now I kind of appreciate his game more and I don't feel bad for the man. He's a multimillionaire and he could do whatever
that's one thing. That's a good point. And I was thinking about that. We was talking about Drake and Kendrick about parasocialism and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
People get attached to these personalities, and while we might have our opinions, we might raise our voice, have banter, laugh, joke. What you said was spot on, man. I'm not about to care about no man that's making millions of dollars.
Yeah, I don't really.
If you have a heated driveway, if you have a weekly cleaning service, if you are trying to determine how to bundle home, auto, boat, and jet insurance, I can't feel bad for your life.
I don't have a jet yet. Heated driveway, yes. Cleaning, yes.
Look at your ass. That sounds crazy. Buying $600 replicas on StockX.
I got mine on GOAT. I don't buy anything on StockX.
Dog probably got
I do buy on StockX.
I buy used to sell them.
Rare. No, I sell. No, I don't. I should start selling. I'm trying to liquidate.
Certain shit on StockX, people gotta understand. Are you good to buy? When somebody be like, "Hey, should I get these Vomero 18s off StockX?" Bro, they're not making fake Nike performance running shoes. If you find a pair on there for $80, that means somebody bought them, didn't know what shoes can flip or not, and they just trying to get rid of them because Dick's Sporting Goods won't let them return them. Certain shoes, y'all are okay to buy.
And dog, even if you wearing a pair of Vomero 5s off of StockX, even if they're fake, who gives a fuck? Who cares?
They probably pay slightly under retail. If the fake's still that good, if the fake's that good, be proud of that pair of fakes that you got. Find the manufacturer in China and continue to buy from them.
Yeah,
because they hooked you up.
I could go on there, all those ISPAs I got them on StockX. Dog, the ones with the raincoat built into them and shit, those joints.
All that
$50
funky shit.
Dog, $220 retail. I bought them shits for $50 in StockX because somebody just what the fuck they
they not fake.
They bought. Oh yeah, nobody's putting that shoe cost a grip to make.
Way
probably
too much to make. Yeah, no way them fake.
I ain't even trying, but either way, man. Was it going back to the NBA? I think the league is pretty even right now. Like East and West are pretty balanced for the
Yeah,
most
because the
part.
last couple of years, people would argue, man, the East sucks. But now I think it's solid on both sides now.
Yeah, I think like wait, who won it? Oh, Cleveland. Cleveland,
Has the number one record in the East. Yeah.
yeah, and OKC, right? Both fairly young teams with a couple star players, right? Donovan
They're
Mitchell
they're a
and
good mirror
Shay.
of each other, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
And they play this new style of basketball well, right? But when you're playing this new style of basketball, right? If it ain't all clicking, like if you ain't hitting your threes, if your inside game, indoor fast break and defense isn't all squared up, you don't the coaching doesn't really help you. I think that there's two factors on specific teams, like Golden State, Lakers, and who's in the East that I could say? Boston, maybe. I like their coach.
mhm.
Uh they understand how to strategize and adjust, right? These other teams not
It's fundamental basketball as they
yeah,
building blocks when they go out there
exactly.
and play.
I was surprised. Like I wasn't a JJ Redick doubter, but I'm like, look, a rookie coach,
He
and
he
then you got to
said
think like
he did everything he said he was going to do.
he did everything. Yeah, they got 50
Fuck,
wins. He ended up fucking number 3 in the West, which is crazy, especially with all those.
crazy.
There's a couple of stacked teams in the West, outside of like I don't want to say Houston stacked. I think Houston just got lucky.
I was about to say the same thing. I was about to
They
say
just
the
got
same thing.
lucky. They beat a couple of teams on off nights. They ended up doing not this. Everybody's schedule is the same. Obviously, they face the same teams, but I just feel that they just got the best of teams when oh shit, somebody's injured tonight. And Houston beat them. Because I was looking at I don't watch their games like that, but I'm like this
Me
team
neither.
looks the same as they did last year,
Because I didn't
except
realize how good they were until I would watch like sports highlight channels and
yeah.
roundtable discussions the next day. I'd be like, what the fuck? Houston's record is what?
Yeah, they did. They did a phenomenal job of making it to this level, and they're good. They're going to make some moves, and they'll get the right pieces and mature. But I don't think they're quite there yet. Same with OKC, but we'll see. I mean, this is I'm excited for the playoffs, and I didn't notice this, but why are the games spread out so much? Like they're off 2 nights in a row, and then they go to the next. Like if
They're
the
trying to
series,
NBA trying to spread it out, get that money.
but dog, that's crazy. This shit goes until June. I didn't realize
That's
more, maybe even longer.
I feel like the bubble and all the playing tournament shit. They saw the viewership, they saw the numbers, they saw the revenue, and with these new contracts with these networks, Adam Silver was like, "Yeah, stretch this shit out."
Yeah,
And then
that
and
tournament is nice. I like the play in tournament.
yeah, the playing tournament, and then of course too, they getting influenced by Vegas and all
Mm-hmm.
these companies that got their hands in gambling. Ever since gambling became legalized, brother, it's changed so much on how these sports are played, broadcasted, and networked.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I
They
mean I
want
like it.
sports. They want a sport to be on all the time. Like it's
If you
playoff
ain't
hockey.
you ain't
The
you
MLB is in full swing. NBA playoffs and the draft coming up,
yo if
and
you
you could
ain't
bet
betting
on
on
all of
ping
that,
pong in South Korea at fucking 4 a.m, you ain't live yet.
bro. I was watching last week tonight with John Oliver, and they was talking about betting, and they were saying like the margins on ping pong betting is fucking insane, bro.
I bet on ping pong before. Just
Damn.
there was this point I'm not addicted to sports betting. I'm more addicted to online. I'm on stake. Like Drake fucked me up, with that stake shit. I play blackjack. Like I play blackjack. Man.
Mhm.
I mean, I've been on runs. I lost some money. I made some money, but then I don't even know where it's at now. I don't play all the time, but I'm like a platinum member. You know what I'm saying? So I do have a little gambling addiction,
Money.
not like
Look,
crazy
do
though.
y'all hear all of this money, man? It's insane.
But dog, it's the gambling is bad. Don't do it. I don't, and I do
Don't do
sports
it,
bet
kids.
occasionally. Occasionally, I don't like, and it's not like an addiction. But also, I understand that I see these people that you talking about gambling with the sports betting. Motherfuckers putting their mortgage money up to
Putting
gamble
their
on
lives
fucking
on the line.
like the gambling on if Aaron Judge is gonna hit a home run tonight. Get the fuck out of here.
The name
I
of the
ain't
game
doing
is
that shit.
parlays, man. Going low, come out high.
Parlays are a scam.
People don't realize that.
Oh,
People
you
people
do.
will see somebody what they netted off a parlay. They be having 30-leg parlays and shit,
Yeah, but yeah,
looking
you have to
crazy.
be. I hit one parlay once. It was nice.
I've hit a couple, and I've gotten out of my system. Like I don't work
Yeah.
every day and invest. to
It's
give
hard
it to chance. Like at
because you
that
gotta
point,
look.
find something to invest in and put the money in that and wait years instead
It's
of
hard, man. Everybody wants quick money.
and
That's
that's
why people get
why
into pyramid schemes and all types of
multi-level
shit.
marketing and all that bullshit.
Yeah,
Next thing you know, you figure out,
cryptocurrency. Yeah,
yeah. I still believe in the value of some cryptocurrencies, but these shit coins and meme coins,
dog.
man,
That shit is wild, man.
it's rug pull central, bro. Anytime a celebrity goes like this to a coin, fuck no, it's trash. Get it away from me. I
People
don't
don't
want to hear
understand, but
about it.
they're in it. They're playing that game. They're like, oh, can I sell at the peak? Just to make extra. But then they dump so much money into it. Did you hear about that guy who blew his brains out on a live stream after he lost
Shit.
his last $5,000 in a crypto rug
No,
pull? You can look it up. I forgot the guy's name, but it's like
he
he was like a
invested in
low
a Hawk Tuah coin.
something like that. He did some kind of shitty coin, and then dude, what's the fucked up part about it is like the guy lost the money. He shot himself in the face on the live stream and killed himself. Somebody came out with a meme coin about him.
I was about to ask who's gonna drop Blam coin now.
That Blam coin.
Sewer slide coin. I was literally about to ask
Buck your
that.
brains out coin or whatever. Nah, the homie, it's fucked up.
Brain
yo.
slushy coin.
Yeah, man. That he shot himself on the live stream on Facebook or some shit, and everybody was like, "Yo, wow." But that's the guy. I don't let finances affect me like I used to. I used to always not to say I'm set for the rest of my life,
but you're doing all right.
I'm doing all right, but not well enough. Like if I died today, my wife would be fine. My she'll get some money and stuff, but not like to live in perpetuity. She has to do smart things with that money that I leave her, right? Pay off the house and do all this other stuff. But like like I don't look at. I'm not sitting here going to kill myself over making a lot of money because I understand that there's more to life than just the pursuit of wealth and all this other stuff. And I'll get mine.
Pivot, so you can always get it back. You can always
you can always get it back. You could always look. I could always sell these shoes. I could do it. I sold it's hard for me to let go of shit. I sold a pair of my Travis Scotts, my velvet brown ones. I got 2 pairs of them, but I was willing to let it go for a little bit less than what I thought I could sell it for one day.
And a couple $100 on top,
Yeah,
better than nothing.
Made about $150 on them, right? But I was just like, I don't miss them because I didn't even wear the shit. Like I have a pair, 2 pairs.
I still ain't wear mine. They literally just in the box. I might get rid of mine too.
Yeah. I want those yellow ones, the canary joints. I like those. People don't like them. Fire, yo. You just don't got none that you can rock with it. You don't wear those colors.
You shouldn't either. Not together.
Nah, man, I look good in those colors, man.
Man, hey, whatever you say, Laney, high school mascot.
It'll be that Easter Sunday fit. Them yellow joints, look like just like a peep egg or something. Those joints are fire though. I bought some like a little short and t-shirts that work well with that. Might wear them in the summer.
Break it out on this pod. I Tuesday, will. Just break it out.
Dog, you should. Were you here? Oh, you weren't here when I wore the bulletproof vest. I wore a bulletproof
what vest. The fuck? 50 Cent? No, I missed that.
Supreme put out a Gore-Tex. It's not really a bulletproof vest, but it says Supreme here and it looked like a bulletproof vest. And had a Gore-Tex coat under it.
You had the G-Unit mini-men joint.
Nah, that says fire. Yeah, I had that. And then I wore the Versace coat again. I used to wear that in the other podcast. Wealth. So you watch that, the bald motherfucker? The bald food guy. He's like, wealth. You ever see that guy? You never seen that guy? He be going to restaurants, the fancy restaurants, a bald black dude, and he's dripped down to Versace all the time. You never seen this guy? No. When you said wealth, I thought you were talking about him.
Oh, referencing? No. Nah, man, I'm not a sicko. I don't watch people eating their cars and shit. Those videos are weird as fuck.
I've been watching that shit for a while, but it's crazy.
I watch cooking videos, but like mukbang.
You don't like Keith Lee? Keith Lee is that's my guy. I fuck with Keith Lee.
He cool. I met him when he came around here for the food tour. He cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. I heard. Where did you mean about the chicken wing Chinese spot? Where'd you find him
at my former place of employment, which won't be named. We had to make a purchase, and I saw him in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You gotta get like a new thing. All right, you got it. That's cool. Like he seems like a down to earth person, like just a real chill.
Yeah,
because he's walking around the hood like people just fuck with him, right?
Yeah,
I
the
like
crazy
it.
thing is, like, he got a lot of criticism. He gets a lot of criticism because everyone sends
Oh,
him 1,000,001 recommendations. He's like, bro, I don't have the time to go to all of them.
yeah,
And sometimes I get a bad rec. And he was like, I don't post that content because that will bury that person's business.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I got, everyone's like, you should have went here. You went to this shitty spot. I said, bro, I'm not from here. Like, I don't know. And he said, some of y'all be trolling. Y'all might be
Mm-hmm.
sending me to a place that's got like 2 stars and gives people fucking stomach virus. So,
No,
like,
but
I don't know.
I think now that he has like a team, like they actually
Yeah.
get, they'll vet those recommendations and, probably have somebody go there ahead of time. You know what I mean? Before they even like just taste the food to see if it's semi
And that's
decent.
another thing he said. He said, I gotta be wary on how I do it because if I walk in there, they're
Oh
gonna
yeah,
treat me different.
yeah, like in Atlanta and stuff. I remember when he went to Atlanta. So,
Yeah, they're gonna treat me like a god. Y'all not gonna get that same experience. So
and it's so weird because this dude doesn't have a sophisticated palate like that. He's very fickle about his food. He's just like, he'll say something's too salty, too sweet, whatever.
he
But
a
it's like
regular degular dude. He don't have
he's a
no Michelin
regular,
star
yeah.
training.
This
I
nigga's
fuck
all
with the young
critiquing
man though.
sushi and shit. I'm like, you don't even know half the shit. But he looks at this is what I appreciate about him. He'll go to fancy restaurants, of course, but he also goes to the regular shit. And when he critiques these things, this is more from like a man on
Just
the street,
yeah,
like
man.
regular
Yeah, I'm
dude.
just going out to eat.
Yeah,
It's on some man
exactly.
versus food type shit.
And he puts people onto some food that they would have never, like, I never thought about eating like rice balls, the risotto ball he went to that one guy's place. I don't know what city is it made. Was it Chicago? I don't know. But he went to that guy's place and he made these unique rice balls and stuff, right? The deep fried ones, and he put like curry chicken in one and jerk chicken in another and
Shit, that
some
sound
kind
good.
of beef. Yeah, it sound good as fuck. And this guy's like, the storefront, it was empty, and somebody just suggested like, yo, this guy's shit is good. He just came back there recently, and the guy's like, yo, my business has been going crazy and everybody loves the food. And so, put on to some gems. And he's like, I never had a rice ball before and all that type of stuff. So it puts people who would normally not consume these things, in a spot where they want to try it. So it is what it is. That's why I appreciate his content. These other people, a lot of them just jump on the bandwagon with whatever's trending on social media. You know what I mean? Like, Popeye's chicken sandwich or whatever. Yeah.
Oh God, the
Or this
fucking
is the
chicken
spot.
sandwich.
Like, how many Erewhon fucking videos am I going to see? Like, nobody could afford to eat Erewhon food. So why the fuck are everybody's
Even
going there
watching
buying
that shit.
$40 bottle of water? Like, seriously? Dog, like nobody gives a fuck. I mean, dog. When I'm in LA, why would I go to Erewhon? Like, even if they had good shit there, I'm not gonna spend $40-$50 on a bag on whatever they had because it's overpriced.
It was on somebody video, yeah.
Yeah, even them saying it wasn't good, people just go there to try it. Like, oh, let me just make my own opinion up. He said it was shitty, so why would you go there anyway? That's just so dumb.
Once somebody told me some food is shitty, I'm not about to be. I'm gonna see for myself.
Yeah,
only thing I'm like that with is movies.
Yeah, and even when you're nice about like when Keith Lee does the thing, he's nice about something. He's like, it's just not for me. But when it's bad, like he said, he don't post it, right?
Yeah,
and that's what you should do. Somebody's they be spitting it out and doing all this. Even if they be lying sometimes, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and imagine that power could be used for evil. Like if my ex opened up a restaurant and I had a booming platform and I hated her, I'd go, man, I found a fly in my motherfucking food and shit. Like, that's it for them, man. They can use that shit for nefarious purposes.
Yeah, man. It's some wild shit, man. Social media is a crazy place, though. But we being a part of it, and I love it. And we just hit the 2-hour mark, so I'm going to cut it here because I got to edit going into the weekend.
Damn.
This was good. I appreciate you being on this first one.
Hey, man, I
good
had
conversation.
To do it.
We loosened up a little bit. It was a little dry in the beginning, but
I felt it.
no, I'm liking it.